All right, gang. Good morning. Good morning. Good morning. How are you guys doing? Let me know in the chat. How are you guys doing today? It's the last day of the week. What you gonna do with it? What you gonna do? We got one more day before you go into the weekend. I do want to say that for anybody that hits this like button, you a special kind of person. You know that? If you subscribe, you're a special kind of person, right? That means you appreciate something and you understand that the type that you whether you understand or don't understand, you value uh, work, right? Work being put out for tech, pretty much free 99, but you just value someone else's time. You value someone else's obligation that they feel they want to give to other people to be able to do this consistently and stay consistently profitable. So, with that said, if you are up money this week, please do not just give it back. Okay, you need to see a setup. There's got to be something there that is makes it worth. You need to make the juice worth the squeeze. There's things you can do. You can bring your position size down, right? There's a lot of things, right? Stick to your level. Don't get over don't get over leverage. Sorry, I was doing something with my phone. I just wanted to make sure we had some sound. Um, and no sweat, no emotion. Just stay calm, relaxed. I don't care if you got to buy one share. I don't care if you got to buy one contract. Whatever you got to do that. All right. So we're gonna get right into it. We got some upgrades. We got some downgrades. We got PCE. So it's kind of like we can come up with our if this then that scenario. So we'll have to come up with both sides because if PCE comes in stupid high, the market might take this whole you know this talk about lowering rates, even though I doubt it, but that's just not the direction I want to go. Now, what I mean by that is that they're going to have to come in really high, right? It's going to have to be a crazy number for the market to start worrying about inflation, in my opinion. All right. Now, if you start getting a consistent 4 month draw of just like consistently above expectations and or consensus, then they're going to be like, okay, hold up here, right? We were on track. Is this the hold on 1 minute? Is this the 1970s again, where inflation had ran rapid? Oh shoot! All right, we're good. We got it. Good morning, guys. Hope you guys are well. So let's get right into it. If you guys could hit that like button, subscribe. It goes a long way, right? It helps someone else find this channel that would like to be here, that doesn't know about us, and it would help us be able to, bring some institutional traders on here and talk markets. And if you guys want to come on, like if you guys want to Zoom or do anything, you guys want to do a video, let me know, right? You can find me on Twitter Twitter as well. At Ivy League Trades. I post charts from time to time. I haven't posted very many lately, just because I've been doing everything right on here. But so last night we talked about financial conditions. We talked about you know the liquidity that's being provided to the bank and due in part easing financial conditions. So Intel, all right, they issued lower than expected first quarter guidance, and we talked about that yesterday. All right. 12.2, what is that? The company now expects revenue in the range of 12.2 to 13. LSEG forecasted for 14.16. American Express added 3% after the company issued full year guidance. Real quick before I go on, it's not about hitting that like button and subscribing, but um, pay attention to how. Remember how I told you guys like what sectors and things like that? Well, remember what. Take in mind what they're. If you don't know, let's just say if somebody's new, because you guys got to remember there may be someone on here that's new. So sometimes I gotta like. Sometimes I may say something they may not know, so I gotta try and speak clear and kind of like get the point across. I got to do a better job in my opinion. But anyway, like let's say like yesterday, okay? IBM did really well. So what do you think that means for the Dow, right? And that's finding your trends. Okay, that's finding your trends and sticking with it. That's a blue chip name, whether you know this or not. Okay, all right. She's had a very nice day. Look at this setup here. You have a really nice setup. Um, Nice prior double top. You got through that double top high. Again, you want to use the markets. If the markets are, screaming to the downside just because this did well, that doesn't mean that it's going to go higher. It may just trade sideways or just not go down as fast, okay? So what I'm trying to say is there are ways to be able to put trades on where you can be long and short, right? Find weakness, get short. Find the strength, get long, okay? And being able to identify that and locate that in and of itself can set you apart from everyone else, guys. You just got to know how to do it. And if you're a beginner, I wouldn't worry about that. I would learn. I would get a few stocks like Apple and just watch that price every day. Right? If you have $190, go buy it. I would hope you do because you're out here if you're trying to day trade. I would hope you are first buying assets as, buying companies because there's still a lot of good companies in my opinion that are down on their lows. All right, that have not made this run up like Microsoft and Apple. So IBM, for instance, okay, that would be a down name. So look at the Dow. It's been putting in this really nice flag here, right? Look at that. That's a really nice setup. All right, here's your range. You broke out of the range. It's holding that support. Do we break out of this area right now today? All right, we about to find out. Okay. And again, we do have PCE today. Well, I mean, you could say that this is the range. So that's my mistake that it's not breaking out. It's like it's having trouble still. All right. It looks like there's a flag here if you want me to be honest with you. All right. It looks like there's a pennant there. Um, but what I'm going to do is, all right, this is the DIA is the ticker. All right. So that 380.50. All right. 380.50 on the Dow. All right. That's the level we're going to watch to see if we can start trying to make a leg higher. And guess what? What do we have coming out in just a few minutes? All right. PCE. This could be what sets it off. All right. This could be what sets it off. So, like look at this. That's a beautiful pattern. That is a consolidation. And you have had one, two, not only two, but three opportunities to get long. So it's pretty much told you that it's holding. That doesn't mean it will, because there's this other factor where to what point that if something is trading sideways for so long and it's not making any progress, they're going to get rid of it. Okay, so there is that too. So let's go cover some of the news and we'll cover these charts. We can just hit the SPY and the Qs real quick if you guys want. If it's the same for futures. If you just want to use a futures chart, whatever you guys use, it's up to you. Okay. So you can see the consolidation on the SPY versus that consolidation on the Dow. Like the SPY needs to pull back and test this area, and it hasn't. So that's why I'm a little leery. We have a lot of gaps below us, and I think those gaps are saved for the talks of the recession. I do. I think that the market knows and the bond guys know that the next catalyst is going to be, oh my God, are we in a recession? The labor market is going higher, and it gets to a point where it doesn't stop, and they get worried about did the Fed do too much. They're not going to be worried. They're just going to say, yep, this is our chance to get a pullback to buy assets at a distressed price. Right? That's the name of the game. Buy low, sell high. A lot of people can't do it. Believe it or not, a lot of people can't do it. So I'm going to use the top of that range, and we'll use this prior high of 493. All right, that's the ES. All right, that's the ES. So let me go into a 15-minute chart. Come on. All right. So You have a really nice base down here. All right, it's a few dollars wide. All right, it's a few dollars wide here. That's on futures 48.9, 48.95. All right, I'm not going to get crazy with this because I'm just going to use the SPY. I'm not going to worry about this. Um, for anybody out there, just there's your base and that's your prior pivot high right there. Bada bing, bada boom. But what do you do up here? What do you do when you start getting up to this area, this area? You can see that we're kind of just consolidating, which is good. All right. I just want to run over to the S&Ps real quick. All right. So you guys can see same thing for the most part on the S&Ps. On the S&Ps, this is going to be a 485. So 485 is going to be our watch. All right, 485 is going to be our watch today. Let's actually look and see what type of volume we have this morning. It's still early. Let's wait. We have PCE. It should get pretty good. We should get some decent volume. We should get some decent volume today. At least a little volatility, especially if we get a crazy number where it comes in over, where it comes in higher than expected. Sorry, I didn't mean to drink with the mic on. Okay. Let's go to a 5-minute. I'm going to show you guys a 5-minute real quick. Let's take this off. Are we up? Yeah, we are up above there. Hold on. Matter of fact. All right. Let's see here. You have this little pivot low area that you could possibly revisit. I would more so worry about the range in itself because you're talking 485 to 488. 489 you hit on Wednesday. Right? It's like 3-4 points. So you don't have to dissect this thing like, oh shit, pivot low and you know what I mean? Oh, here we go. You got like it's 3 points. So I mean, you could have this area right here. This is an area, right? This is an area I pay attention to, 486.75. All right. Is this thing doing this again to me like it did last night? So 486.75 is is an area I would look to that you could look for a possible bounce. Right? It pulls back into this area. Why is this thing doing that? That's so weird. So what I have here is this line, and I don't have that line either. I don't have that. Unless I still had the box up, but I thought I changed it. It must not have clicked it. 486.75. I mean, it's not something that I don't even really want to put it because this is what you need to worry about right here. All right, 488. That's it. And then you can dissect whatever part of this consolidation you want. Okay. I mean, I kind of got to put it up there. I don't have to, but so let's just make this red. I've always done this since putting this up and like even blocks like from like years ago at TradingView because TradingView was one of the first to offer it and I'm like, oh, I like this. So 486.50. Jennifer pausing approves of liquefied natural. Hold on, but pausing approve. Yo, we were talking about natural gas, and here they are pausing it. I told you guys, I knew it. Yo, tell me. I tell y'all, I help us get into the right parts of the markets. Holy snap! Watch natural gas today. Keep an eye on it. Look at that. I have never traded this, so I'm not one of those guys that trade, natural gas and stuff like that. I've heard they pay. So if you haven't traded it before, understand what you're doing. Know your delta. Know everything about what goes on if you're going to trade options. It's a $20 name. Just buy the stock. That's always another option. So, and look at that prior resistance and support. All right, so UNG $20. I'm going to watch that. And we're going to get into the news and all the other names and stuff and everything else that's going on. I just seen that come on. You got to be kidding. That is insane. All right. Okay. All right, so S&P's same thing for the Dow. All right, we're just sitting in the range, gang. We sitting in the range, putting in a little bull flag here for the most part. Why is that? Because they got hella liquidity popping off right now. So everything is bullish, right? Financial conditions are easing. Everything is gravy. Ain't nobody getting laid off. Well, they are, but, but right now, we're getting juiced up. You know what I mean? Barry Bonds and this, you know what? Barry Bonds and this BITCH. All right. Inverse head and shoulder, possible. That's a good eye. Ivy League trades, I shout you out, bro. That was a good eye. Look at this left shoulder, right? Look at that head. And then do we get another shoulder? I don't like that it's like kind of like, the head. Usually your shoulder's below your head. But so that's the SPY, right? It's pretty simple. Just watch this range. You have a bull flag here for the most part. All right, you got a bull flag here. And if you end up breaking out of it, then hey, take a long. Don't fight the trend. All right? You lose a little bit of money if you're wrong. If you stop yourself out, right? Let me take that back. If you just let that thing drown, remember, you're paying someone else. In order for you to lose, someone else has to win. Remember that. Remember that. In order for you to lose, someone else has to win. All right, so that's the hourly. Let's go to a 15-minute chart real quick. He said, look back at it. Look back at it. So let's see what PCE has to say. Let's see what she has to say when it's all said and done. Let's look at the Qs and let's take notice of the divergence. All right, divergence of the indexes. Wow. If that ain't a divergence, look at the Dow and the SPY. So it looks like we did see that shift yesterday. We saw that shift yesterday, gang. All right. So what I'm going to look for is a possible regain of this level or even this level. All right. So see if you can get the Qs to pull back to 424. Give me this level. This is better. I like this level better. All right, so 421. All right, 421. Let's do a 2. Let's do this. I'm going to do this real quick. Sometimes you want to look at it without pre-market and after hours because you'll actually start to see the real resistance and support levels. So that level right there. All right, 424.02. 424. We had to replace 155 million or billion cubic feet of natural gas per year. That is in plain layman's terms about 1,500 additional LNG tankers or about 4 per day. I just got to make this bigger. I know it takes forever. We're going right into some names. We're going right into some names right now. I just wanted to see something here. All right, so you were able to get through this. Where are we trading at now? Just 1,000 share order of 424.97. 425. 425. Where are we? I wish you could have pre-market up, but just have the rest not. All right, so we'll come in with a possible gap down or a gap up depending on PCE. So what I would look for is, probably 425 on the Qs, 425.50. Look for this bump into this area here, and you not be able to get through it. All right, 425. Here we are right there. All right. It's got to, it's making itself. I'm telling you right now, it's making itself. It's in the middle of making the pattern, and we'll see it when it starts to play itself out. All right. So but I would be keen on watching 420. 421, I'm sorry. 421. Yeah, look, like I thought. Just small bit of resistance there. It's an ugly chart. So what happens is it's going to get up into this like little bit of support right here on the Qs, like from yesterday's after hours. So up at like 425.20 area. It should get through. I would just use the top and bottom of the range because it's not like this thing is 5, 10, 20 points wide. All right. I would just continue to buy the lows and sell at the highs until it tells you to do something otherwise. Because you'll know pretty quick if you're going to be wrong on that. All right. So if you want, you could just do something like this. A little something like this. All right. Man, I wish I could listen to music on here. Do you guys know anything about the rules as far as like, you know, with YouTube and music, and like even if you're not paid, can you still listen to it? But then you guys may not hear me talk if you guys want the levels. Again, 425 is like a mild area. I just think that we're on a 15-minute chart here. You know, I think it's going to start pulling back. And where's it going to pull back to? I wouldn't be surprised if you get it down to 422. I think this little middle area here from Wednesday, this little area right here. All right, so you can see support, resistance, support, and resistance. Why did it do that? I had the pencil up, right? So Qs 422. What is this? If it doesn't come all the way back down here to 421, it may, because I'm again like last night. Like we said, I feel like you're getting profits that are being taken and put somewhere else, like blue chips, like the Dow names. Because if you look at the Dow yesterday, look at the type of day it's had. Right, it was a pretty nice day. It pulled back and it recovered and it closed green. Right, that was a nice day for the Dow. So, all right, let's go into the names because we got a half hour here. If you guys could, please do us a solid, hit the like button, subscribe if you haven't already done so. That'll allow us to find someone else, or allow someone else to find us and be able to be here and trade with us live. So with your help, you know, other people would be grateful for that. I would be grateful for that. Because we're building a community here. There's a couple people that emailed me that I just want you guys to know that I got to get back to you. I have not forgotten about it. I have not forgotten. I just wanted to say that for anybody that's on here. Okay, so very clear chart. You want to take yourself where you can see the charts. All right, let's go to some of the names. All right. Apple looks like she's turning around. She needs to pull back to this 50-day. I needed to clean these charts up, and I didn't. But it's all good. It's all good. I will this weekend. Fish out. Fish shizzle. All right, 140, 194.60s? 194.63? 194.63. I'm from that 194.63. What do we got here? 194.63. So she's trying to come up near yesterday's open. She is trying to revisit that area. And that's nice because look, what do you have here on Apple? So Apple, this is a nice break above on the daily. Right? You have a nice break above this area here. Up at 194, and it's broken above it. It held it yesterday. So look, it goes up, it breaks it, and it's trying to hold it here. chances are, if that breaks, okay, if that 194 comes into play, Apple, I'd like to get short at 194 to try and get a ride down to that 50-day moving average, which is lining up where? Pretty much with this prior, right? With this prior support and resistance area, 191. So give me that. All right, give me that. That's your mine. I'm going to take it. Just like you. You need to go take yours. All right, you need to own that if you so choose to, if you think that's what's going to happen. You need to own that 195, 194 pullback to the 50-day and go get yours. It's yours for the taking. Go get it. Nobody's stopping you. Keep it on your mind. Keep it on your radar. Whatever you got to do to go take it, go take it. That's what we're doing here. We're on that get back, right? We're taking that shit back. Whatever y'all gave back in the past, you're here. You're going to go recoup all that today. All right? It's Get Back Friday. That's what we're going to call it, Get Back Friday. And for anybody that's struggling or new, please reach out, comment. If it's your first time here, let me know. Is anybody here that it's their first time? All right, so the 50-day, you guys notice how that 50-day is pulling up to this resistance? It rides up where it pulled back, and now that area was broke right here. You have a very nice bull flag right here, right? There's a nice bull flag. For anybody that doesn't see it, I don't want to spend too much time, but that's it right there, okay? I don't know what that is, all right? I don't know what that is. So, you know, there's your bull flag right there. Bang. See that bull flag? And then there's the flag. All right. So, this area, it broke. It broke out, pulled back, retested. Bam. So, you might have some support down here at 191. 192. All right. I would look for this to get down into this area to retest and fill this gap. Because depending on where we open up, this 50-day is going to just be like shooting to the moon straight up. Right? Because it's going to start pricing in all this higher price action. Okay? And it'll just anchor itself up once it opens up, depending on, you know. PCE is out. It's down. That's good. Good deal. Good deal. Oh, it's hot for this month. I knew it. I knew it. I knew it. But they're not going to worry about 1 month. Oh, no, that was personal spending. Sorry. That's not good. That's not good. In line. No big deal. Personal income, 0.3. Last week's 0.4, so it's down, but it's right in line. Core PCE, 0.2 versus a consensus of 0.2, forecasting 0.2. Previously 0.1, so that's just a 0.1% higher. Personal spending was way higher. Like a lot higher. Kinda. Estimates and forecast. Consensus was 0.4, forecasted 0.3. They don't want to see that, but they can expect it because you just got 189,000 jobless claims. 189,000. So of course personal spending is going to be up for the month of December. Remember those initial jobless claim numbers were very low because it's the holiday season. So that's kind of to be expected. Core PCE again came in line. Core, okay? Core is not food and energy, non-volatile. PCE price index year over year 2.6, right in line. Of course it is. Year over year index 2.9 versus previously 3.2, 3. We got our 2. So there's our 2 year over year 2.9. You got in the 2s. Now, do they want 2 flat? They're gonna be like, nah, we want 2 flat because they keep, you know how the Fed is. All right, so how do I take this? I think the markets could be flat off of this. Everything's right in line, as to be expected, right? Listen, the market knows that it's not surprising that personal spending is up because the labor market, if you watch initial jobless claims and non-farm payroll, if you watch the labor reports, you will know that we've been putting in crazy numbers. So, it's to be expected. Can't say that that's surprised us. Can't say it at all. So that's about everything. Just came in pretty much in line for the most part. No surprises. And that's when you get your volatility. Okay, you get your volatility when everything comes in way above, way below this and that and the third. All right. So let's see here. So here's Apple. Let's go. I'm going to go through the news real quick. Again, I want to see a pullback to this 50-day moving average and this 9 EMA. They're all meeting up at 191. All right, they're all meeting up at 191. I need to hurry up. Let's go to a 5-minute chart real quick. And look, right back to the top of the range with a rejection. We're just putting in a pennant. Let's go look, guys. Listen, this is going to be smart to do to see what type of day we're going to have. Let's go see what we have for next week. Let's look and see what data we have next week. 3.6 bill. So you have a lot of countries with GDP growth. You could start to see GDP scares. I'm telling you guys right now. All right, you could, and you need to watch. You could start to see other countries suffer with GDP, and that's going to make the market nervous. That hey, does that come our way? Does it come our way? We have jolts, job openings, job losses, all that fun stuff. Inflation rate. Again, you got to watch what is going on around the world. All right. Again, I'm going to go over some upgrades, downgrades, and stuff like that. So look, you have your inflation data. So inflation so far around the world is coming down. This is all revised, I think. Possibly, maybe not. Employment cost. Okay, so we have Powell next week. I thought so. I thought we had Powell next week. That is the 31st. It's on the 31st. Dude, what happened? Fuck. Alright, so that is our Fed. I'm excited to see what happens next week. Initial jobless claims, the usual. Non-farm productivity. ISM manufacturing, that's an important data set. And then we have non-farm payrolls, unemployment report, and all that fun stuff. All right, so that's that. Let's see here. Let's go right into charts, guys. Let's see where we're going to make our money. Where are we going to make our money? Just want to log in real quick. Okay. I just want to say, guys, I've been excited for what I've been able to do this week, even though it's not what I wanted, but, or I should say, it's not how I wanted to get it, but I had a really good week this week. Another green week. I told you guys I was coming into this year to whoop this year's ass, and that's what we've been doing. All right, so you can see the downside. We already know, right? You have a beautiful bear flag here, or bull flag. So what we'll do is I will look to get long the S&Ps around 485. And how you doing, buddy? Good morning. Good morning, buddy. Looking at Tesla to go to the upside. Yeah, I was just going in the charts. But first, real quick, what I wanted to show you guys was a few upgrades and downgrades. You guys know how the market's been treating them, right? Because look at Boeing yesterday after the downgrade. Bank of America gave this trade, and I was being patient with Boeing, and I'm really upset that I was not able to capitalize on that. Because, man, I'm telling you guys right now that move, because it gave you such a momentum type of move where it just It just did not. It just did not draw back. It just fell, pulled back a little bit, fell, pull back, fall, and it just gave you the continuation. You just put your feet up, let it work for you, and it was probably you could have made a lot of money, a lot of money, a lot. That would have been a home run trade. I know it would have been. All right, so American Express, T-Mobile, these all had earnings. Western Digital shares fell about 4% even after the company topped revenue expectations. XLA, Visa, Snap shares popped 3% after Deutsche Bank upgraded Snap from a buy to a hold. Oh, to a buy from a hold, says there's a clear, strong catalyst towards upwards revenue and EBITDA revisions. All right, so Snap also, but they gave Coinbase also a upgrade. So here you go, crypto, Coinbase gained more than 4% Friday, helped lift by price of Bitcoin. Additionally, the stock received an upgrade from Oppenheimer to outperform. That outperform, this is what I want to look at. All right, I want to look at Tesla. I want to look at some of the names that have been moving. What did we have last night? And if you guys could hit that like button for me, I greatly appreciate it. Who did we have last night that reported? Oh, Intel. I have it all written down here, I think. Intel and IBM. All right, Intel. Today's Friday, so yesterday we had Intel. Pretty much Intel. Okay. And I wanted to show you guys on Intel real quick. For anybody wanting to look at semis, all right, there's a beautiful double bottom that it's probably rejecting right now. So this is a trade that I want to look at right here. All right, this double bottom off of this area up there at 46, if you're able to get it. All right, look at this beautiful double bottom right there. All right, it's a nice double bottom. Bang, bang. So if you get up to 46, 45, 80 area, it may start to come in at like 45, 50. See, this chart, again, I don't really care for it. But that's where I'd like to get short. Now you are starting to see, though, this major level that we have, resistance, resistance, resistance. So write this stuff down, right? 45, 44.86 to 45, Intel, short. So INTC, short, 45, 44.86 to 45. Where are we going? We'll probably at least get down to like the previous lows. All right, probably get down to like 44. You'll probably get, it's hard to say with today. Today I would look for it to get to like 43. All right, I think 43 is an ideal area that it could get to. 42.92 area. All right, that's where I'm looking for INTC. Okay, that's where I'm looking for Intel. I'm looking for that rejection off of 45. And it rejected there. Now it's solidifying that this area is going to be now resistance more than likely. Guys, do not, listen, we're here to help each other and not like, we're here to like make some money, okay? So I want to try and remember Intel. Now it's going to the upside here, all right? Previous resistance, turning it into support. Now if semis are going to be strong, you could find this name kind of strong, but it doesn't mean that it's going to go higher. It could just be like, it could go up a little bit and not follow Nvidia and stuff like that. Oh, you don't know why Boeing is getting news? Bro, the new planes, and this is why Boeing was on our list. I don't know if you were able to catch the watch list or not. The door, or the door that's not a door, came off mid-flight. The whole door just boom. So they're lucky that the door didn't just like get stuck in and knock somebody's head off and somebody get killed. Fortunately, there wasn't somebody sitting in the seat next to where the door, or the door that's not a door. It's an escape hatch, I guess. But it's a door. I don't know why they made it like that. Just came off, and fortunately there was nobody in the seat. Some kid or something, somebody's shirt got ripped off of them. Think about if there was somebody not wearing a seatbelt. That just, boom, right? All because they did not bolt up a door correctly. So that's why. It's and it's on the new 730, or not 730. I don't know what it is. 797 Maxes or whatever. The Boeing Max planes, the new ones. So, um, it's just, I don't know, man. It's just a fortunate sign that nobody was sitting in the seat and nobody got injured. That the door did not just like, when it got sucked off, spin sideways and go back in the plane. Right? That shit would have knocked somebody's head off, and it would have been a disaster. It would have been sick. So, you know, it's a, you know, you're talking again, and I always say this. This is why it's risky to buy something. When you got 180 to 150 people, 20,000 feet in the air, there's always risk. There's always risk. You just can't get around it, okay? Humans aren't meant to fly. So, and accidents are going to happen. I'm just thankful nobody got hurt. All right? I'm just thankful nobody got hurt. All right, so we could watch Tesla, Boeing. So here's Boeing. What are we going to look for with Boeing? Let's see here. We're at the bottom of the range, I feel like. All right, we already said we're at the top of the range. We want to be short up here and get long down here. Not that I'm going to take this long, but you're at a major support level. So we can look to see if you want to watch Boeing today. I want to watch the upgrades and downgrades, weather's news. Look for a bounce back to 206. So 206 is where I would look for Boeing to see if we can get. This is a nice bull flag, but it's kind of like, you know, regain that 202 area. So I'd look for 206. You know, we'll see what she does. I'm going to leave it alone for a minute. But if we do get to 206, I'm going to look to get short again. I might try to. For anybody that missed it, maybe it's giving them that setup again. So BA 206 short. It's as easy as that. I mean, unless you have a different plan, okay, then don't follow mine. All right. So that's Boeing. Let's go to Coinbase real quick. We'll go to Tesla. So we have Apple. We have Apple, Intel, and Boeing. Okay. Apple, Intel, Boeing. And today is what? The 26th. Today's the 26th. All right. Remember Baba as well. Let's go to Tesla. I don't want to forget Baba, so let me put that up here. That way it remembers all the charts. Okay, so we are underneath this level. We're underneath this level. All right, this level here at 73. Baba, 73. If it cannot get above 73, I want to look for the short. All right, and that's my plan, and I'm sticking to it. All right, 73 for Baba. I mean, it could be up to, yeah, 73. So 72.93 to 73. All right, I feel like you got to remember that they were provided liquidity. Let's go to the daily chart. Because you're getting a lot of volume. This is a low volume pullback. So I expect I might want to try to get a long off of 73, but it's underneath of it now. So, you know, 73 to 71, that's not a trade I want to take. You just have major gaps down here. So I'll watch Baba. All right, I'll watch it and see if we can get $70. You know, maybe we can get down to $70 on this name, on Alibaba, to try and turn it into support again. This is the area that's support. All right, so it's breaking, trying to break back above. So Baba 73 short down to 71, if you want to, but 71 long is the other side of that trade. Baba 73 short. 71, am I correct? 71. So yeah, 71 to like 69.50. JetBlue, guys, 8K. I told you that there was going to be news. Saying what?
Disregard.
Oh, disregard. Oh, disregard. JetBlue's not saying anything. Isn't it funny, guys? So here's Save. So here's save. No, no, don't disregard. What do you mean disregard? It's pulling back. It's pulling back, Jack. Come on, let's hold this level here. I told you guys I was still watching it, that I was not. And it's funny, we get a lot of these little short squeezes on Fridays. Disregard. Yeah, don't let the poors have their moment. Don't let the poors have their moment. S&P futures hitting 49.28. Don't give them the news yet. All right, so $6. We already said $6. What did they say? I want to know. JetBlue. CRBP, Corvus Pharma, following their earlier press release, hitting the highs now. Charlie Romeo Bravo Papa. CRBP. Sorry, guys, give me 1 second. JetBlue. I need to make sure my door's not shut, that my little girl can come in here. Corvus announced data on their treatment for Nectin-4 positive tumors. I wonder if the news is going to be that they're not going to go through with it. Good morning, Wiz. It actually does. I was thinking the same thing, and I did not say it because I didn't want to ruin it. So, all right. So we have Intel, we have Boeing, 206 short on Boeing. We have BABA, just, a random trade out there. So Boeing, 206. We'll look for that for the downside up around this area here if it gives it to us. I'm not going to rush into it. Especially if it starts to take back a lot of this move. Maybe we get that 208 again. All right, maybe we get 209. We'll find out. Me personally, I feel like, 209, that would be cool, but we'll see what happens here. We need to see if this holds anyway. So, Apple, natural gas. So did you guys hear that Biden, Wiz, you were here for it, I think. I think you were here for it. Do you remember randomly when I went over to go look at natural gas? And I've been on this natural gas kick in the random middle of the day, and then literally right afterwards, CNBC report was talking about natural gas. Yeah, so I guess now the Biden administration has put a temporary hold on natural gas, right? We have elections coming up, kind of. People are going to say, I don't know why, but I'm sure that they have enough. It's probably why, that they have done enough, and now they're going to curb that. So I'm going to watch this to pull back. You can see now, look at the volume that's starting to come in here and this volatility. So we'll just keep an eye on it because I've never traded it, and we'll see what happens here. We'll see what happens. I'm sure there'll be an initial sell-off, and then you get that buy that, I don't know. We'll see. I'm just going to keep it on my mind. So they ended up, stopping the drilling and stuff like that. They came out and said that they didn't want to do it anymore, or just like a temporary pause. All right, so Tesla. Let's go to Tesla. Then we'll go to Coinbase because we have upgrades and downgrades, and we know how these upgrades and downgrades, the type of trades we can get out of them. Okay, so it's back. Yeah, so they started to say that there was news for that Save and JetBlue acquisition, but they took it back. They said, never mind. Maybe we don't want to give you that news. I don't know. Let's see here. So, and I agree. I would agree. The thing that I like about that animal is just the fact that on Spirit Airlines, on Save, it's been a low volume pullback. All right, Tesla. I think you're talking about Tesla, though. I think this could be a big bear flag. If you want my honest opinion, I think this could be a big flag, and this is probably another opportunity to go short, but I'll wait and see if that's the case. All right, I don't want to front run this move. Again, you dropped $20. You got a $20 gap down, and then another whatever afterwards. What is this? 180. So, what is that, like pretty much like a 26 to I mean, think about this. This just you were just up at 211 yesterday, and then counting everything else that happened. So I needed to maybe I need to remember this, okay? Because look here, you have this downtrend, okay? Right, downtrend. All right, and then wham, it really picks up, and then look what we did here. This is a consolidation. Boom. Okay. So remember that. Listen, if you need to, get a 15-minute chart, print this, and put it on your wall or put it in a binder, because this is just like stocks going to the upside. You get that rally, consolidation, rally, next leg higher, and that's pretty much what this was, right? I firmly believe that down, consolidates a little bit, still to the downside, picks up, consolidates, down. And we said that it gives you that continuation. We'll see if this is a bear flag or not. We'll see if we can get a rejection here, because again, we have our targets down here for this area. I think I said 165, or is that the gap fill? Let's see. Let's find out right now. Yeah, 165. Or was it 170? No, we got there yesterday. We got there yesterday at 180. 175, 85, 186 is another like small area of support. And then yeah, 165. 165. Why is this there? That's probably the middle. Yeah, because support. Yeah, let me get rid of that box. I don't want that box there. All right, so that's Tesla. See if you can get resistance back up at 193, or even where it's at right now, okay? Because I don't know if you're going to get that pivot low. I don't know if it's going to go all the way up there. And I feel like this is starting to act as resistance. So what we can do, we can measure this. Let's do a move to move. All right, let's do a move to move. I'll just go right here with the last opening price. Or should I go to the close? I feel like it started right there. So let's do this. We'll do this. And I'm going from closes, not like wicks. And let's see if this puts us at like 196 area. I'll put it on that line. I'll put it on this line because that could be the area. And then maybe we'll do 193 next. No, so right there. How far is that? So that's below. Let's see if that means anything. Let's go to a daily chart. Let's see if that means anything. Oh, look at that. That's your previous pivot low right there. Look at that. That puts you right into the gap. You do have a gap right here. Look. Right there. So you have a gap at 145 to that pivot low. Right there. That's where it closed. And what does that do? It puts you right there at 154 to 154.50. You know, does it happen? I don't know. But, you know, that's all we can do is say, all right. And then let's say if we put it at 193, just in case she wants to get back up to 193, the area it sold off from yesterday, and that's pretty much 165. So does it consolidate, go to 193, and then come back down to 165? You know what I mean? Because it could just bounce and just kind of just like put in that bear flag where it takes a day or two, and then it gives you like a leg lower. I don't, you know. But we'll see. Right now, this is acting as resistance. So as long as it's resistance, I'm upset that I didn't take that 193 put yesterday. I felt like I was concentrated on the fact that it had such a huge gap down, but it gave us the continuation. For anybody that traded it, good for you. I'm glad you took it. Like seriously, because it's hard to like see that thing ripping up like that, and man, this thing is just gapped down $20. Like, how far is it going to retrace? So, so let's see what happens. This could be a bear flag here. That's Tesla. I'm going to be watching I'm going to watch yesterday's double bottom. All right, 179, 179.50. I mean, and then I will watch for that. To see if we get into this gap at 165. All right, 165 is what I'd be watching. if it gives you more continuation. All right. I mean, I don't know if anybody else has any other analysis than that. I mean, maybe it gives you the flag. Maybe it gets up to 189 today. Let's look and see if we can get a 189 short. That might be something. Now that I'm looking at it, 189 short, 188. Yeah, 188. It's just a mild support level. I'll put it there. 188, 189. So what I'll do is, I don't know. I don't want to spend too much time on it because we got to get going. So Coinbase. All right, let's chart out Coinbase because they have an outperform upgrade by Oppenheimer. So let's first go to the daily chart. Let's first go to the daily chart to see what we have. Huh? We already got... Did he say Dallas PCE? We already got it. What are you talking about, dude? Yo, my boy is off his rocker. He was... Yo, my guy was up at like 4:30, 5 o'clock this morning, spitting out S&Ps, and I'm like, oh my god. I'm like, bro, it's 4:30. I mean, it's okay. You know, he started his day at 5 o'clock. That's what I would have liked to have done. Core PCE year-over-year index, we got that. Pending home sales. Yeah, I don't know what he was talking about. I have no idea. I have no idea. All right, so huge upgrade today, and it's probably a given that it's funny that it's right down here at the support level. It's already at 127, so it's already up $7. All right, so what I would look for is a nice. I would like to try and get a nice rally out of coin. If the S&Ps, what time is it? It's 8:59. So let's do this. Let's go here. I just want to look. You know what? No, I don't need to do that. Let me just bring it up right here. All right, so the S&Ps are turning around. Oh, did the S&Ps break out of that bull flag? They did. So let's see if we can get a bounce back and a breakthrough, and that would help send Coinbase higher. Not that it's a big weighting or anything, but it would help, you know, tech going higher. That whole ordeal. So we'll see. Let's see if this is able. I mean, I know this is resistance, so we'll see if this starts to hold. Then we will say, all right, it's time to go long. This is holding. All right, you got a nice little flag there. Nice flag there. I forget what time frame. I used. I could have swore these two hit and it went right here. So, all right, let's go back to Coinbase. So let it pull back and see if it can hold 488. He said Shitzo. Okay, so we have a daily chart. All right, we have the daily chart. So we rally up, pivot high, pull back. This support level is acting as support. All right, it's a minor support level over at 119.86 to 120. Call it 120. So you have your 9 EMA at 129, which it's getting ready, or probably already has bumped into it, because Coinbase is at 117 right now. All right, and look at the volume. The volume's just fallen off because of earnings, but you should get an increase in volume today. You have a gap fill up here. The 50-day is at the gap at 137.50. Look at that. Here's your gap entry, right there. And look at the 50-day, right on it. So this is why I like to have an indicators lining up with a technical area. All right, so 137 as of right now, and that is our area of resistance that I'm going to look for to see what happens. All right, you have a little bit also at 135, but the 50 days right there, I don't see why it doesn't get up to that area and continue to go, you know, attempt to go higher. So what is this? 134. 134. Okay. Let's go to an hourly chart. What is that? 130. Okay. I want to see if we can get a pullback. I do. I want to see if we can get a pullback. So support. See if we can pull it back to yesterday's high. All right, see if we can pull it back to yesterday's high and try to take a long on this. At least I'm going to try to. What I'll do is I'll probably get contracts for next week. Maybe I'll buy a few for this week, see how it does, and try to get some for next week. You do have a minor resistance level up here. That's a crazy bull flag right there. God damn it, come on, man. I need to get a new mouse. I need a new mouse. All right, support. I don't like some of these charts. They're not pretty. They're not good. Like, what is my resistance? It's making lower highs. So I think we could break through it. We could start to, like, I want to get up there. That's where I want to get to. It looks like it's breaking that level right now. Holy snap. Look at that. So that's what they were using. You can tell. Look, it goes up and it just boop. Kind of, maybe not really. So trade of the year, I bought 100 NVIDIA stocks. Damn right. As you should. As you should. If I were you, I would keep a little on. But yeah, you got to lock some in because you're able to take that capital and throw it to another sector. You got a little bit of support up here around this area at like 130. All right, 130 to... Let me take this off, actually. Let's take this off. It's so weird. This camera just does what it wants. I've moved around. It hasn't turned itself off. That's what we got to do. That's what we got to do. We got to go out to the bigger picture. 132. That's 132. I want to get a pullback and try to take Coinbase up to 132. All right, that 132 area. I feel like the bigger trade on this would be up at it's going to be up here at like 135, but I'm not sure if it gives it to us. But it may. It could. I have a box up here already, so 135. Now, why am I bringing Coinbase up? Well, because Oppenheimer just gave it an outperform. So they're giving this thing a lift. And it's no funny. It's no Papa Charlie. So it's no wonder they put out an outperform at this level because it's a level of support. And you have, I think they said Bitcoin was also trying to catch a bid as well. BTC, USD. Let's go here to the daily chart. I'm getting my charts mixed up. So you have a nice little bounce here for Bitcoin. And we said it could come back into this area of like, 38, 39. And that's what she did. So with a nice little bounce, I want to see if you can get Bitcoin back up here and see if we can get Coinbase back pretty much in the same area. All right. No. All right, something like that. Be a nice little like. And look though, I want to see you're going to want to watch Bitcoin to see if it pulls back and you hold this level. I keep hitting the mouse thing like it's Thinkorswim. All right, so Bitcoin, see if it can pull back to 40, 50, 40,500. All right, right in that area. See if it can pull back. It might not, but if it does, and then look to get that long, you could probably take it up here to that prior resistance if you can get through that other level. All right, that's what I'm looking for. That's what I'm looking for. Yeah. Oh, that sucks, man. They're fucking taking everything from you guys. No, but I'm not talking about trading Bitcoin. I'm saying watch Bitcoin. Why am I saying that? Because I'm talking about Coinbase. All right. Coinbase. Coinbase hasn't outperformed today. You've seen what happened to Boeing yesterday. Like what I'm saying is you're starting to see what these upgrades and downgrades are doing. They're giving us continuation trades, right? They're giving us really nice trades where everybody's going to be worried about Tesla. Let's go with an outperform and Bitcoin's bouncing, so therefore, let's see if Coinbase can get a bounce back to the area, and that's why. So, how do I do this? Where are we at? 126.70. I want to hurry up. It's 9 o'clock. 126.70. 126.80. It's just going up every 10 cents. So, see, I wish I could get pre-market on here. Yeah, this is why I like to do this, guys. This is important, right? This is why it's good to have pre-market and stuff on and off, like, at times. Because you're going to see here, what is that, 127.96, and that's right where she's at right now. I don't like that. I don't like that. So that's it, guys. I'm going to look to get pullbacks. I would like to get a pullback to 125. 125 to 124.50. If we get down to 124.50, I'd like to be able to buy it and go long. Or, you know, let's see. Let's turn it back on. Because the target's going to be the 50-day. It's going to be like 135. This is my target. All right, I want to buy a pullback and try to get a long and get through 130. I want to get through 130 and get up to this resistance level up here. The major resistance level is up here at 134 to 137. It's an area because you're going to get those wicks. That would be a beautiful trade. Let me open this door up for her. I did it again, Anmo. I did it again, Ann. I thought I heard my cat. Once I did it that one time, now I'm like, it's so crazy. It's happening all the time that I think I hear her. All right, so let's see if we pull it back. It's at 127. It went to 126.92. It's pulling back right now. Let's go turn this on. So that's our target again. That prior support and resistance level right here. Right? This one, you have 130. We want to get through that 130. All right, we want to get through that level. All right, so it's finding resistance here. Hopefully, we can pull back, get along at like yesterday's high a day. If the markets go higher too, you want to have the markets at your back. If Bitcoin can bounce, all that fun stuff. But again, Oppenheimer upgraded to an outperform. All right, so that's why this is on our watch list. You seen what Bank of America did with Boeing for us. They gave us that huge trade. All right, they gave us that huge trade opportunity. All right, there's so many lines here. Like this chart is just, is it just me or is anybody else like? Can you guys? Is this like a readable chart? So you kind of have to go back out a little bit. So I'm gonna leave that alone. I'm not gonna worry about that. I'm not gonna sit here. And guys, if you guys can't find a trade in like a certain amount of time, you know, yeah, 130 is going to be a key level to watch. All right, because if it can't get through 130, it probably pulls back down even further. But again, Oppenheimer's respected in the game, you know, so you got to believe that there's going to be some buyers, you know, they want to probably get this thing back up to this resistance in 50-day. Right up here. So that support, resistance back up there at like 145. All right. So that's that. That's Coinbase. We got Tesla. We went to Intel. So again, Intel, that double bottom from yesterday or the past couple days. Let's see where she's at after CPI and stuff. All right, that's this level right here. Not that double bottom, but it's a bigger one. Look, and it's making that base resistance. It's trying to make it resistance now. That's a long wick. These are 15-minute candles. 15-minute candles. So it's been up there for about 2 hours, hour and a half. All right. So what I would look for is to continue to get this resistance level. It's a pivot low. I was thinking this and this up at that area because you have the 50-day there at 45.75. But there we go, $45 short, and this is our target. 45 short. We want to try to take it to 43. It may take a few days. All right, it may take a few days. Target 43. I did not write that down. And you want to be able, you want to take pieces along the way, like this box. would be an area. Okay, like as you get your extensions, like this, like pre-market lows right here, that would be a piece. I don't want to keep putting up too many lines, but like 44, if you're able to, if it bounces, like if it pulls back and bounces off the bell and you're able to get short, and then it pulls back, take a piece off at pre-market lows and let it do its thing. All right, let it do what it's got to do. All right, so let's go back in here, look at the S&Ps. That was Intel. I know I'm forgetting one or two. All right, so it pulled back in, obviously, and that's it. Let it, and that's all. That's for though that this, it lined up like this. I like want to see if this is support. If 487.50 does not hold, which it's not, that's going to be your resistance level to get a get short at, because that's a key support area. You had this look right here. You came up, pulled it back, held what? What'd you hold? That area. All right, 487.50, and you got to bounce. It hit it again. It tried to bounce again, rejected, turned it into resistance. It's a minor level. So your next level, 487 on the SPY, but it looks like it's going to chop right through it. Look to take it to the bottom of the range, baby. Look for 485. Look for 485. Hell, honestly, I'd look for 484. We haven't had a continuation at all this week. All right, you had this little, like, huge gap up, but that was it. You had this little move, but other than that, it's chopped. So let's see if today we're able to get something like that. Want to look at the volume, too, to see what the pre-market, to kind of see what we're in for. All right, and yesterday you had, usually you'll have more on a Thursday. Does anybody want to close out positions and take profit going into the weekend? You've gotten like pretty much a lot of the earnings that are going to be coming out that cover sectors. All right, but yet you do still have Microsoft, Apple, and all them. Yeah, she does want to come in. All right, so we went through Tesla. Let me go look on my let me look at my list real quick to make sure that I covered everything for the most part. So we covered them. Microsoft. Yeah, let's look at some of the FANG names, actually. Let's do that. MSFT. Come on. MSFT. All right, so we got a nice support level here on Microsoft. Looks like a nice support level. I think this might have a short underway, honestly. But I'm not gonna get short until it's up at that area. So I would look at Microsoft. All right, 402. All right, Microsoft 402. $398. 402, $398. Spirit has news, and they never reported it. So let's go look at Save. I think that might be jumping today. I don't know why they said never mind. I don't know why he would say that. I really don't. And now CNBC is reporting it. So let's go see if we can see that real quick. Microsoft 402. Okay, watch 402. You get a slight bounce, and you cannot get back above this level of 405. That's where that's where I would like to get short if it gives me the opportunity on Microsoft. Now Microsoft is consolidating, but they did give us news yesterday about layoffs. So, there's kind of a catalyst there. There might be eyeballs there. 403. 403 is also a small level, but I don't want a whole bunch. So I'll watch it, see what happens. And I went through a lot of the news, right? I did. So pretty much Intel because of the ones that reported. All right, let's look at Meta. Meta's been strong. Meta's been pretty strong, guys, but I feel like Meta is, you know, could use a pullback, right? And if we could get this thing back up to the highs at like 395, we might have a nice shot at a 395 to 387, 388 short. All right, that's kind of something I'm watching. But again, it's strong, so don't fight the trend, you know, until it shows you that it's weak, okay? So I have this already charted out, and look, it's showing that resistance from yesterday. So I bought a 380 something put yesterday, and I thought about holding it, but I'm like, man, just don't. Just don't hand out your money. Like, I don't care if it's 20 bucks. I don't care if you made $1,000 and you're going to go get like a small contract and just to see if you get some type of news. Like, don't even do it. Just don't do it. Keep your money. All right? Keep your money. We could get a long off of here too, though. I'm starting to see a long setup on Microsoft. We'll see what happens. Even though I don't think there's any news that I know of, which we'll have to look here. Mark Zuckerberg's Meta. Working on more private Flipside Instagram experience so you can post more candidate. Oh, Snapchat. Snapchat got an upgrade. That was the other one. Microsoft's value reaches $3 trillion for the first time. Zuckerberg versus Musk. Billionaire battle sees Meta Platforms rejoin $1 trillion market cap club before Tesla. Snap. Let's look at Snap, guys. This will be one that'll fly under the radar. All right, it's got an upgrade. Even though I believe that I don't believe the upgrade. All right, I don't believe the upgrade. You can see here it's got some strength to it. So if we go to a daily chart, 50-day. 17. I'm not gonna watch Snap. I mean, it could give you a nice trade, but I'm not gonna watch this thing. With everything else that's going on, I don't see a reason. Yeah, look at that. You have a gap. You have nothing in your way. I'm going to keep this on my radar. And as the day goes on, I will watch it because if it gets through those highs, it has nothing stopping it. This thing could just like a roller coaster and just climb higher. Just clicking away. Just clicking away higher and higher and higher, getting into that gap fill. All right, so the level I'd watch is 1680. All right, for right now, 1680. Let's see here. This level is even better, but it's not going to give it to you. Yeah, 1680. You have some minor resistance here at 1760. And just take profits as you get there. This is a take profit area right there. Bada bing, bada boom. Alright, and another take profit area. Bada bing, bada boom. Right there, that's it. That's your trade. It pulls back into this 1680. You get long. It breaks through 17. You start taking profit up at 17. Let it, do what it needs to do. Give it some time, and it gives you some extensions, and then, just ride it out. All right. So that's Snapchat. It has an upgrade today. Let's make sure I'm not missing anything. All right. So let's do this. JetBlue tells Spirit Airlines some merger conditions may not be met before the deadline. Some merger conditions. I said this earlier, that now that Spirit Airlines has sold off, JetBlue has the advantage. They have the ball is in their court. The ball is in their court now. All right, the ball's in JetBlue's court. Removes Tesla from best ideas list. See, look, you're getting more. Wed Bush removes Tesla from best idea list. We could still get a whatchamacallit, that bear flag we were talking about on Tesla. Pinterest shares rally as Amazon can materially move the needle. All right, so you have Pinterest, Intel, falling behind on the AI, Colgate-Palmolive, Exclusive Apple face strong action if App Store changes fall short EU. Coinbase raised by Oppenheimer sees multiple catalysts supporting the stock. Maybe over. And that's my exact thought. Even though they're a decent company, it's just not a good stock. Tesla recalls 200,000 EVs. American Express, China's biggest contrarian long trade on the planet. Salesforce, again, cutting 700 jobs, more layoffs. More layoffs, guys. It's here. It's here. Like, now it's officially here. We're seeing it day after day after day after day after day after day after day. Let me get my chart set up. We'll throw on a little Jim Cramer. All right, Tesla. Remember yesterday, Google was really strong, by the way. Google.
Jim's Mad Dash, of course. We count down to an opening bell. It's a little more than 7 minutes from now. Final trading session.
I gotta clean these charts up badly.
On American Express. That's the subject of the Mad Dash. Their conference call's going on right now.
See if Google can pull back to 151.
What I wanted from Intel, I got.
All right, so that's what I'm going to watch for.
Just a gigantic guide up. I mean, and he's very 9-11%.
150, 150.
Growth, 1265 to 13.15.
That's if it'll get
I think
there.
That people might have felt that he was just going to do 12. I mean, this is an extraordinary story of people going out again.
Let's look at the semis too.
Out to dinner. 11% growth.
All right,
at
so let me look at
restaurants.
Amazon.
And that's Resi too, by the way.
All right, Amazon, that ascending wedge we talked about. Amazon has earnings coming up. So be aware.
Are so loved.
Look, it might try to break out. It can
nobody
go
really
higher.
knows, hey, I got 1% cash back.
Right, but
versus points, which by the way, young people love. They love points because then they use them to go
I'm
take
curious
trips
if Amazon
with,
breaks
and
out.
they get
That's
the
a
little
nice break and
cars, they're all
retest
excited. This
of
is
158.
the juggernaut.
158.25 Amazon.
Steve's been consistent, but it's finally getting credit.
But
Steve
Jim,
is remarkable.
this move right here.
Well, that was because he said that October was weak. It was really weird because October was not.
But that move right there, now they're talking about 9 to 11% revenue growth for 2024.
Well,
has that been accounted for as a result of that move?
Yes, I mean, this got the shorts going nuts, and people thought that maybe this was the beginning of the end of this incredible growth story.
We have 5 minutes, guys, by the way. 5 minutes for the bell rings.
Said, look, I look at the receipts. October wasn't that good. He didn't mean to cause this hoopla, but wow, this is such a great story, David. And if people should know that if this was the broad story. In other words, if people want to buy something, Carl and I were talking about, like there's some things that are working.
All right, 160.
This is the best. This is now the best.
I think 160's got to be the target.
They're talking
by the
about
way,
as much
charge loss aren't bad at all.
To prior support.
Or a little bit more, 13.15 in earnings for
160.
this year. So I guess you figure out your
Take you
multiple
right back
there.
up into that base, and if you get Google and Apple, all right, to start also going higher, look to get to this prior support level at 160.
Remember, he was
I'm not sure if it already went there or
well,
not.
no one's leaving home without this thing. It's a remarkable
feels
time
like-
when, say, a PayPal. There's this guy, Alex Chris. He was going to
Yeah,
shock
look,
and
it looks
awe
like
us
it's
with
trying
all
to
these
reject
special
it,
things.
guys. Looks
Well,
like that
David,
might
you
be
know, he
a
mentioned
false
AI.
breakout.
This isn't AI, David. This is business.
But if it doesn't, okay, if you're able to get a pullback, let me get a
Chris
30-minute
Chris
chart.
Alex Chris. AI.
It did that yesterday, so
We don't want no
yeah.
stinking AI.
Listen to
157
and follow the
long.
Squawk on the Street opening bell podcast. We're back.
There's Boeing. They take 1 step forward and 2 steps back. Okay. They want to short the shit out of this thing again up at 206. Alright, let's see here. Alright, so this area right there at like what is this? 157 to 160.50. See if it can pull back and hold. That's if this doesn't break, right? We're still watching 158. All right, we're still watching 158. 158's holding. All right, 158. That's only a $2 move to the upside. I don't think the juice is worth the squeeze. I'm going to wait because they have earnings coming up. All right, I think earnings is next week. Okay. Let's see. Google, Microsoft, Meta. I went through them. I went through Microsoft. I went through Meta. Do you guys have anything you guys want me to pull up? We could throw up some random stuff like Roku. I mean, I have a few that have, like, obviously Tesla, BA, Tesla, Boeing, Coinbase. Those three have catalysts, and Intel. Okay. Look, they're taking this damn trade away from us. Trying to. They're trying to take this trade from us. HKD? Oh, PMTD. It was HKD. Alright, so that's that. Let's get ready. Let's pull it up. Let's go to Tesla. We have 2 minutes, guys. Stay focused. I don't have a coffee. Guys, I think we have a nice bull flag here. I do. Alright, you got to watch for this area to be support. It's holding it right now. So don't just get crazy up out the gates. Alright, don't get crazy up out the gates. Let it show you. Let it show you that it's going to be weak. Let it show you. Where did we go to yesterday? 193. We rejected it. 193. We stay strong. 193 rejection. I mean, right now, this looks like a big bull flag. All right, this would be a measured move right down to the area we talked about. I think it's just a little wee one. I think it's got to go higher. Because looking at it like that, it's got like a little stubby.
We got out of the
right?
call. One is that restaurant spend crossed 100 billion for the first time.
And again, if you could, take the time, hit that like button. Let's end the week off on a good note. Let's end the week off strong, team. Guys, if you guys see something, let me know. Throw it out in chat. If you see relative strength, right? Just like bang, 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 bang off the bell. Netflix was another one. NFLX. All right, NFLX I forgot to look at. You can look for a nice pullback long, possibly off of 560 long on Netflix. All right, 560 long Netflix, NFLX, 560 long. If it holds, I wrote down the levels and I did not put in. Thank you guys for hitting the like button. Sorry, I couldn't see it. All right, let's do this. Let's do it. Watch the S&Ps. I wonder if she's going to try to go back to pre-market highs. Let's look at TSLA. There goes the SPY. Okay. All right, so we have that. All right, there goes the break. Look for the bounce back to 185 short on Tesla. You have a little bit of support here on the 1 minute at 185.50. Shit, I can't get in fast enough. This is my problem. It just goes without me. All right, it's all good. I'm not rushing. I'm not going to rush. I'm just scanning it out because I want you guys to be aware of this level right here. This is a minor level at 184.50. Make a dotted line. Make her a little dot. Dude, you got to be kidding me, man. Because again, you could take it back down to 180. All right, I'm looking at the 180. 180 puts. 180 puts. I'm looking at them. I'm not in it just yet, guys. I'm not in it just yet. Because I want to get the bounce back to 185. Oh, we already got it. We already got the bounce back. I'm going to try to look at Boeing really quickly. All right, so there's your bounce back to 185. I'm looking at the 180s. Dude, why did that take me so long? Shit. Fuck. Hold on, Abby, please. I know I was talking there the whole time and you guys didn't hear me. Damn it. Oh, I messed up a little bit there. It's alright. It happens. Fuck, I'm pissed I gave some of that back. That's why I don't like going too early. Sorry. Alright. Let's... Coin. I didn't know if there was something I was missing there. Coinbase pulling back. So, yeah, let's let Coinbase pull back. Again, you have a double top from yesterday. Why is this so long? Can you just, please, 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 just work with me. I don't understand why this thing is giving me such a fucking issue. I don't have time to sit here and bullshit with fucking moving this chart and getting everything set up. I don't have the time. All right, so this double top, okay? Again, 123.80 to 124. That's where I want to see a bounce off of Coinbase. I'd like to see if it'll bounce off of there. I want to see it get down in there, pull in. It's already trying to make a reversal off of that level. I'm going to be pissed if I just fucked my week up on Tesla. I'm going to be pissed. Fucking dumbass. Alright, so the S&Ps are up at resistance right now. Trying to hold, it looks like. Alright, I am going to... The volume's pretty low here on Tesla. So it's just trading sideways. It's alright. So what I was hoping for was to take that short off of 185. Like go up, reject 185 and get this gap fill. Right? And it's not what she did. She had other plans. It is what it is. And notice here on the 1 minute, right? That's probably it's probably starting now, but look at the volume. It's kind of to the buy side. I feel like you might get some shorts to try and cover. It's hard to say, but just keep your eye on the volume. That's what I think is going to be your signs, okay? That's going to be your sign. All right, so let's what else do we have here? Yeah, I would like for Coinbase to pull back into that area. Every day my little girl comes in here and just wants to eat again at 9:30, guys. Every day. Every day. It's like clockwork. Yeah, so I like Coinbase down there. We'll see. It's got a lot of sell side volume, but that's backed up with some buying. Like there's a lot of tails in that, so probably, you know, it's going to be an area from like 124.89 to 124, so it's like $1 area here. All right. Yeah, I'm going to stand firm on that. I'm going to stand firm on this level here. If it'll give it to us. It feels like it doesn't want to drop. I need to redo that. I'm sorry. Oh, the frustration. There is a gap fill up there. Right here. There is a gap fill that it was sitting at that it opened up at today. So we'll see if we can end up taking this thing back down to the double top. Come on, please just work with me, man. I don't know why this chart is giving me such issues today. Alright. So I'd like to see it hold. That's an increase in volume there. Decrease in volume on the 3-minute. So let's pull up a fib off of this level. It's a 50. That's literally your 50% retracement as well, which you can kind of tell. I know it's pulling back in there. Alright, so Tesla's trying to work higher and hold that high. It's got the volume. Fuck, I'm pissed, man. Because I made such good money on that yesterday. Fuck, I'm pissed. Sorry to cuss. I do apologize for cussing. For anybody that's on here. Let's look at Boeing. Alright, so Boeing is up there with a little bit of strength. We'll keep an eye on the S&Ps and what the markets are doing. Alright, I need to not look as much. Looks like you're getting a rejection up there. Alright, looks like it's trying to reject that level. Do you guys see anything? Netflix, Google, anything that's moving today? That's already like off the bell, running and gunning. I think that was it for Coinbase. I think it just did it. I feel like it just put in that tail there. And now it may try to start going higher. Let's do it. I'm going to get in Coinbase. I'm going to take a Coinbase. See if I can make up this loss real quick. Come on, baby. Come on, get that volume. Get some volume in there. You can do it. You can do it. I'm not sure what the Qs are doing. The market's trying to reject. I don't like the volume. I don't like the volume. I don't like it. I don't like the volume just yet. You got it, you fucking son. Yes, yes, please. Pull right back in there. Give me a 128. Damn it, pull back in there. Dude, why is this doing this to me? They're making it so difficult. Dude, I just paid way so much for this. You gotta be shitting me. You gotta be kidding me. Come on, let's go. Let's go, man. Why is it being so difficult? It took me that long to put in a limit order. I put in a limit order at 145. Alright? Dude, why is this doing this? Come on, no, don't. Dude, they're going to fill me. And I can't raise my order. They filled me. So I got the Tesla back. Dude, I'm just getting screwed today. I'm getting screwed. Look at it's 177. I guess I'm thankful to break even. So and look, at least they filled me to look. They're pulling back rates of initial morning high, and this thing's going to go, guys. Fuck. It would not. I'm clicking on my order, and it's going to saved orders. No, I want my order that's out. Like I don't know how to show you guys. Like it's just. It's not, it's going on more info or saved orders other than my limit order. And it's not my phone. I feel like it does this all the time. And I try to press above it and it won't click it. And then, you gotta be fucking shitting me. Listen, I got my stuff back. I'm thankful for that. But I feel like we can get some continuation on this. This 1 minute volume, I don't like it. It's up at 162 right now. So I one, had to pay up. Two, couldn't even lift my order to get an actual fill. So the 145 that came in was probably like a 160, 155. I could just throw this fucking phone right through this fucking monitor right now. But I'm break even. Like, why is this being so difficult with me right now? God, that was it. At least I put a limit order out there. I should have just market ordered. But I had a feeling with this that I was going to see... I could just tell that I got screwed. I got screwed on that fill because it was saying, oh, a weekly option is risky. You might want to rethink about that. No, they're doing it to buy time. Because they know I'm planning my entries. Like, come on. You see my account. You see what I do here. You know me. You don't need to fucking tell me that options are risky and to put up a sign, or put up a thing that says that I have to click OK and then I get to push this order and just make things difficult. This is why I need to get another monitor up over here so that I can just fucking be able to like doot. That's it. In, out. And have my limit orders and control it. You gotta be fucking shitting me, man. You gotta be shitting me. I know. Those little truckers were freaking nice. I mean, we can get another try at this, but I don't like the volume. I'm telling you right now. All right, so I don't know, maybe I'm down $1. Maybe I'm down $2. I have to go see what I was prior to this. But there's still more right here. So I'm going to look at this area to see if we can get some support, but watch out. That's some nice volume there. The S&Ps are trying to pull back. See if you get this entry here at like 126. Just see if it can hold. You just got to watch, because you've seen how when I said I wanted to get that long, because what it was, where did we get in? Right here on this extension, right? On this candle, on that 1 minute candle, it just, boom, it just went. So you got to be a little quick. Look at that 3 minute. That looks like a, that looks like it's trying to make it resistance. Possibly. Watch the 9 EMA. Just wait. I would be patient. I'm going to be patient at least, but unbelievable, bro. Okay, I'm break even, but I don't know if I'm up or down. I can't remember what it was. I'm pretty much break even. I know that. I cannot believe they did that to me. Did you guys see how long? I could not get into my limit order. I could not get into my limit order to frickin' raise it. And I was just going to raise it by looking at that. I seen the 160s. I seen 160s on there. I was going to put 155 and get filled. That was $10 a contract. 10 cents a contract there. And for anybody that maybe new, that doesn't understand, you know, when we say 10 cents, it's 10 bucks. When we say $1, that's $100. So that was a really nice. Look, this could be a really nice support level here. I know my cat's trying to get in, but she's gonna have to wait. I love her to death. She's not dying. She's gonna have to wait on food. All right, we have a low volume push here. Remember what I said. I need to take my own advice and not ruin this week. All right? So I want to be in case this level starts to hold. We already tried to go for a high, so I don't think that that's the wise thing to do here. Let's go look at like some names. Let me not, yeah, see if it cracks this. I'm still waiting for this. We could probably get it. Is that a double top? That could be a double top. You could probably get the short down. See, this could be, I think this is a major level of support, guys. This would be the level I'm watching is 124 to see if it breaks or not. All right, 124 is going to be that level. And you got the volume for Coinbase. I think it's the downside. Let's see, though. Let's see here. Let me look at the daily chart. Man, if I would have just been a little... I got to remember. Like, I guess I have to, like... click on the order. And it's like, how do I know that it's not going to tell me that options are risky for weeklies? And it puts me in the trade. Right? You know what I mean? So, right here on the 1 minute, this is the area I'm watching right now is 125.97, 126. I wouldn't mind seeing a nice little double dot. We have a low volume pullback. All right, gang. We have a low volume pullback. I think this could be a 38.2 fib that we held. Just so you guys are aware, it's probably a 38.2 fib from the opening price. It is from the opening price. All right, you see that? It's your 38.2 fib. But your 50% retracement was down here at 124. It's just a little bit above it. So I like how the volumes like kind of dried up for the sell side for right now. This looks like it could start to give you that continuation to the downside. Possibly. I'm going to be patient. It's already 9:49 and I've taken 2 trades. I'm going to see if we get a nice little double bottom here. And if you guys could, let me know. What are you guys watching? What do you guys see? Oh, that fucking Tesla pisses me off, man. So, to me, I see that the volume's to the upside, guys. Watch out. This thing might go higher. You might start to get a squeeze if it can't go lower. It's still holding that level. Just be aware, that's all. All right, look at Boeing. Boeing's starting to try and roll over, guys. That could have been a nice trade there. I'm starting to see a lot of names do this today on the short side, and we were short most of the day. A lot of the things I wrote down, short. So, let's look at this 15-minute chart. I need to go back to Coinbase. Go back to Coinbase, dude. Go back to Coinbase. It was right in your area. You always do this to yourself. Go back to Coinbase. Alright, so there's a little bit, if you guys see here on the 15-minute chart, this little area, I know it's hard, but this is a little support area for Boeing for anybody watching it. Okay, it's right here at 205. 204.96. There it goes. Oh, what? You're back? Or back down? Oh, Coinbase back down to 125. Yeah, that's a double bottom. That's a double bottom gap up. You got a gap up, put in a double bottom. We'll see if it holds. You have a... That's what I mean. Just hold on a minute. That's the level I wanted to be long at. But now we broke the 9 EMA. We might be going for a gap fill. Let's see. This is going to be our tell. Look at the volume. Look at the volume on this thing. So it's telling me that we might want to fill the gap. We may want to fill this gap. I need you to give me a second. Please. You've ate this morning. Just give me a minute. Every day you come in here at this exact time when volatility is at its finest. I love you. We got to get you out of that because you're killing me. Well, there we go. There's our sign. It's a nice volume there. I wouldn't get carried away with trying to get this level to the short side at 124, but possibly if you get back up to 124.98 area, if it gives it to you. The market's starting to pull back here. All right, market's starting to pull back. I had a feeling that the shape of this Coinbase here was going to give you a continuation. This, like, I wish I had a drawing tool. You see how it's like curving like this? Like that's the same as Tesla yesterday. Right? So look at this level right here. You have this level, but then you have the level from today at 125. All right, 125. All right, I got to be patient because I worked too hard this morning to be break even. I got screwed so bad. I got screwed so bad on this trade. They took so much profit from me. So much. It's not that, like, I'm green. I'm green on trades. What it is if you weren't here, was I had a limit order. When I got into Coinbase for the long off of this wick right here, not once to get in it, it ate up so much time because it's like it's a weekly contract. Weeklies are daily options are risky. Weekly options are risky. Yo, E-Trade, do you not see my account, bro? Do you not see my account? Do not fucking send me that shit. Don't tell me that shit is risky. All right? You think that I don't know that they're risky? When you see my account consistently been growing for the past 10 fucking years, you dumbasses. All right? I ain't your little Robin Hooder. All right? That throws his money at the wall and hopes it fucking sticks. So it took me forever to get in. And then, trying to get out, I have a limit order at 145. I'm trying to click into the limit order. It's trying to give me the saved orders. It's not letting me get to it. And it's not my phone. So like now I'm like, yo, I gotta get my Apple computer up here. I just thought that thing's too heavy for this desk to have all this on here. But it looks like it's going to have to be that way because I cannot just sit here and do this. That took up so much time the first trade. And the second trade, I left so much on the table that, like, because this, you don't want to limit order. And I paid way too much for it, number one. And number two, that shit really pissed me off. That fucking pissed me off. That made my day right there. I could have been done off of this Coinbase trade. Or, like, sitting really good for the week. All right, so what I would look for is to see if we start turning 124.90 area into resistance. Again, if you look at the 15-minute candle, this is a hold. This is technically a hold. All right, we need an increase in volume, though. We need an increase in volume. All right, we need an increase in volume on the buy side, and we're just not getting it. We're just not getting it. I'm not sure what you guys are seeing, how Tesla's doing. I'm going to go see Tesla real quick. Tesla's consolidating. It's eating everybody's dinner. Eating everybody for dinner. Let's see here. Are you looking at the S&Ps at all, Wiz? Are you short these? I would watch that low volume bounce and see if you get that volume to start picking up here up at 487.51. The volume just... I don't understand what's going on today. I have no idea what's going on here. This is crazy. So you're getting a look at this. You're going right back to that area that we brought up, 187.50. I think it's 50-50 right now. I got to be honest. If this level rejects or not, because you have some green volume, but that's at the very beginning of the day. The volume for the most part is to the sell side. So this could be, and we said, what would we look for? We'd look for a 485 on the S&Ps. So maybe you get an entry at like 487.60 and meet VWAP. All right. 487.59. Yeah, I was right. 487.60. Yeah. What are you thinking about going long? I would be careful. I mean, you do what you want. You know what I mean? I would be careful. Maybe that. See, I can't decipher whether or not. Let me look at the. Usually the 15-minute chart will be a teller. Did you see this pennant whiz? Did you see that? I'm not sure if you've seen it during the pre-market. This pennant that's going on here. It's sitting at the top of the range. I mean, this is without pre-market. If you add pre-market to it, it's got a very clear flag. If I were to take the long, it would have to be off of 487. And you didn't quite get there. I just think we'll see. We finna find out right now. Yeah, look at that low volume bounce. All right. Let's see. I need to go look at I need to go look at Coinbase. I need to get a win. I need to just get one little win. All right, so there could be a nice little rejection here off of 124.96. 124.96. Even though there was an upgrade. What time is it? It's 10 o'clock. All right, it's 10 o'clock. What's Boeing? Oh, Boeing was giving us that continuation to the downside, I thought. Let's look at JPM. Keep it to what we've been watching. Apple. Look at Apple, guys. Apple's starting to go. Yeah, man. That might help your SPY trade if you're wanting to go long. Apple's turning itself around. Where it was. And there's your data.
8.3% versus 1.5% on pending home sales.
Let's see here.
7.3 versus 71.4 previous.
I need to just give me the direction. Watch the market hang out till like 11 o'clock and then pick the direction. Let me look at this at like a 15-minute chart.
Merck's Keytruda significantly improved disease-free survival.
Yeah, that's an area of resistance. I should have been short up there. Even though it's an upgrade, I want to see that. I'd like to be able to break that level. It's got some nice volume today. All right, so if it starts to bounce here, I know you guys probably aren't trading it, but if Coinbase starts to bounce, it should be able to drag this. Nah, it's not. It's too much. It's got to pull back, then come back up for this 9 EMA to come back down. All right, and the reason, again, I'm watching Coinbase is because it has an upgrade, so there's, and look at the volume it has here. It's got some really nice volume. And that's a little area of resistance, which is at VWAP right now. So let's see if this holds and we go to VWAP. Let's see what happens. See if it holds and goes to VWAP. Oh, that's what I didn't do. That's what I didn't do. I didn't do my full analysis. Oh, you got to be kidding me. All right, so the direction has been picked. Oh, wow. All right, so we might end up back down at 120. We might end up back down at 120. That may be where she's going. All right. Let's see here. Is that it? Is that the entry? Dude, I don't like that there's so many freaking...
And one other thing, the highest intraday 2024 trade for a 10-year, well, that's 419. The highest
Come on.
for a 10-year in 2024
Come on.
417. And as Sarah just pointed out, last Friday,
I gotta say, I think it breaks, so I'm gonna put it on. All right, guys, I'm gonna put it on. Shit. Let's see here.
As far as the other big data this morning that we got, it's been said, but we're saying again, just inflation.
Just gotta be patient. I just gotta be patient. I gotta be patient. The volume just dropped off. All right, I think what's Tesla? I think Tesla's gonna try and pull back. Let's see if it tries to pull back.
CRBP halted at the highs now, up 167%.
I think this is where Tesla pulls back, in my opinion. I tried to get short this thing and she wrecked me. That's what I hate about Tesla. I gotta cut that in half. There we go. What is this? 195, 180. I don't see why we can't get to 180. 168, 178. Come on. It's not changing. There's something going on here.
That's Charlie Romeo Bravo popping out, halted at the highs.
Dude, why? Look, it's not changing. Unless I'm crazy.
BABA
No.
shares at the highs now, 73.82. BABA.
God, you gotta be fucking kidding me. Okay, there it goes. That was so weird. Alright, they're up. Like, that's crazy. I should have hurried up. Should have hurried up and taken that, but it was just... You got to watch also for this gap fill. All right, you have a gap fill at 182.50. All right, 182.50. Let's see here. You got a little increase in volume here. Let's see if they can start bringing her down. But again, it's been smacked, so just be careful. Just be careful. That's all it is. Just be careful. So there you go. Now you can start looking for the continuation in my book. At least a gap fill. You take some profit. All that fun stuff. Here I am talking into the mic, and the mic is off. If I had $1 for every time I did that. All right, Microsoft. What did we write down? We said 402. I just have 402. I have nothing. I assume the long. I assume a long off of 402. Let's look at Google. Okay, let's look at Meta. Yo, Coinbase was wild. That shit was wild, man. I was hot. That really messed me up from having a profit today. It really fudged me. Man, I don't know what to do, guys. I don't know what to do. Oh, this could be an area of support, actually. This could be a little area of support. Not really. But it kind of is. It kind of is, though. I think she's going to 122, if you want me to be honest. Fuck. Dude, I'm struggling. I am struggling. Yeah, I know, it was muted. I don't know what the hell is wrong with me. I don't know what is wrong with me. I really don't. Look, I got a lineup. Like, I didn't even click it. Just one of those days. It's a nice double top. If I get another try at 124.25, maybe I'll try it. But then I got, you know. So here's Save trying to hold $6. It's got some nice volume. It's got some nice volume. So JetBlue can cancel. So JetBlue is saying that they can cancel it after Sunday. Yeah, so either they just leave this deal, they walk away from this deal. If they do, they might get smoked. But I feel like JetBlue has the upper hand because this thing, the valuation has just gotten toasted. Just gotten roasted, so. All right, so what do we have here? Let's look at what's going on. Let's look at this. I don't even have my scanner up. What is moving? Maybe I look at the S&Ps. Let's see here. Let's go look at the S&Ps. The handy dandy SPY will always. I can always usually pull some money out of her. All right. I need that get back because I fought too hard for a break-even day. I fought way too hard to have that happen. I'm happy with it. I'm okay with it because I just got punched in the mouth on Tesla, and I remained calm. I'm like, I'm gonna get it back. I will get it back. It's all good. And I don't even know if those things are still paying. That's why I don't like to get in too early. You know, it's not going to be perfect. So we have Powell next week. I want to see what the SPY does. Maybe a possible long here, but I don't like the long. I don't like the long right now on the SPY. I have to be honest with you. I don't like it. I don't think it holds. I don't like it.
Hey, Phil, it's David. On JetBlue Spirit, I don't have great insight there in terms of reporting, but there is a possibility that they're going to use this JetBlue as leverage.
Sorry, I'm trying to get my chart how I want it. You can see when I move this around, it's struggling. I don't know what's going on, but this thing is struggling.
Do investors think JetBlue would benefit at some price from acquiring Spirit, or even the price as is currently constituted?
Yeah, so she's breaking right now. I want to see. I think you got to watch out for 486.45. 486.45. I think we're going to try to come back down here. So if you get a bounce, maybe you get a short. That would be my guess. All right, 486. I'm not giving up. I'm not giving up today. We haven't had a day where we had like a nice volatile day this week. And usually we'll get one of them. We'll get one nice volatile day.
CCL Carnival, Charlie Lima. Carnival says believe the instability in the Red Sea region currently impacting shipping could have an impact.
All right, CCL, guys. CCL. Looks like CCL is selling off. Fuck.
Carnival said estimate the impact of NCS regulations to be about
16 is so far away.
CCL.
No.
Spirit Airlines with a filing
Dude, it's taking way too long. I could have already been in this thing.
no basis for terminating the merger agreement. That's SAVE and JBLU.
Plus a Fed rate decision and a jobs report. We're going to discuss the setup for your portfolio.
Plus, it is the worst performing group this year, but could we see a bit of a turnaround if and when the Fed starts to cut rates? We'll take a closer look.
You gotta be fucking shitting me, bro. You gotta be shitting me, bro. I'm not even getting in it because I had that at the low 20s, and now she's already up 10 cents on a 28-cent stock. All right. If I get a bounce back to maybe 16.35, I'll look at it.
Closed now at $6.05. Shares of JetBlue are
And here it goes.
back a bit here now. $5.
Here it goes.
Up 6 cents for JBLU.
Wow. That was CCL, guys. That just came out with news there. So if we get a bounce, that's something to look at. How did Snap do today? SNAP. So all these upgrades have just gotten that are pulling back. I could throw the fuck up, man. I could really throw up. It's just because I've been wanting so bad to just perform. And I don't know where I've been going wrong. I don't know why I did not take that short on Coinbase when it started to roll over. It showed me the volume and everything. It showed me everything. I don't know why I didn't go long. Or not, or short, I mean, sorry. So now I gotta find something. Like, now I gotta find something that's... And everything's moving. Everything's already moved. For the most part. Netflix, we called that out. Like, I'm gonna go to this chart right here.
Give your business a head start in 2024 with this great offer. Plus, ask how to get up to a $1,000 prepaid card with a qualifying gig bundle. Call today.
Delaware Cadillac.
I want to save this. You know what? Settings. Settings. Appearance. Let me go. Price. Favorite time frames. Wicks. Candle. Standard. Equities. Per general. Tools.
CRBP shares halted again, $32.21.
Alright, it sounds like there's a small cap going.
CRBP.
And of course, next week is shaping up to be a critical one for the markets. We're going to go into the busiest week of earnings season. Got the Fed rate decision to navigate, a jobs number on Friday. Let's help you get set up with Morgan Stanley Wealth Management Chief Investment Officer Lisa Shallon, who's back with us. Lisa, always a pleasure. Good to see you again.
Great to see you, Carl.
So, market's done a lot of wood chopping here. It's been hard to shape.
I don't know. I'll do it later. I have to go back and find it. I don't know where it's at off the top of my head. Might be here. No, that's for... I don't know. I don't fucking know.
Has become extraordinarily concentrated in those, top 5, top 7, top 10 names, however you want to define it. But we're not, cautious about things to do, right? We know that that the U.S. economy has been extraordinarily strong, surprising almost all expectations, including the Fed's.
So I wonder, you guys think that here comes the bear flag underway? Right? I wonder if it's starting. I don't know. It's just not giving you really any continuation in my eye. I've been fucking failing. What the fuck, dude? Sorry to cuss, guys. I'm just frustrated. I probably wouldn't have been okay. I would have been alright. I don't think I would have been as frustrated because I would have, like, Coinbase just really got to me. That whole ordeal about Coinbase and not being able to get back into my position and move it up. And it took me 20 minutes to get into the damn thing and put it on. I think if it wasn't for Tesla that I probably wouldn't be as upset, but that happens. That's part of the it comes with the territory, right? You play football, you're going to get hit or you're going to get tackled, right? It's part of the territory. It happens. Are you going to try to reject that? Is that what you're going to do? Are you going to try to reject that? Let's look at Baba. I'm going to go right back to the SPY. She said it might be lumpy. I'm sure she's gotten that word before. Fucking lumpy. Sorry, I gotta stop cussing. Semiconductors. Let's go look at them. I haven't looked at AMD. Dude. Like, everything is going wrong this morning. I push backspace, and the word doesn't erase, and yet it just throws the word on the end. Look at AMD, guys. It's AMD's got a little bit of strength and a little bit of volume. It's to the buy side. It's not an increase in volume. Oh, that's a wick. Oh, wow. Let's see here. Should they continue to do that?
I think we've been
More
very
highs now,
clear,
$6.17.
and or those types of rates are at a 17-year high, and we understand why they're attractive for people. But we've also signaled that they're likely to be short-lived, and we can't time these things. And so as we go into a rate cutting cycle,
All right. So,
we want to put
what do you guys see? We have a little bit of nice volume there. I know it looks like we have a lot of sell volume in this thing, but early on this run up, all right, but we didn't break it on an increase in volume.
equal weighted or actively managed stock selection type approach, buying into investment grade credit, maybe adding some of the real assets and things of that nature. And certainly for our clients who tend to be on the wealthier side,
Everything about this chart screams short,
or the private
but
markets.
here it goes. See if it holds and gets a bounce. See if she can hold and get a bounce. See if she can hold and get a bounce. AMD. All right, so let's look here. If we're looking at calls, but I don't know, man. This is tough. What are your guys' thoughts on this? Calls,
33.50
puts,
now. Charlie Romeo Bravo Papa. Up about 300%.
182.50. Very doable up at the gap at 81, 180. It looks like you have. Come on, dude.
Retiring wealth isn't a guarantee, it's a goal. It's easy when markets are going up. But what about when they're not? That's why you need this. For Fisher's retirement survival kit.
So if you guys see here, this was the VWAP from the other day that it's holding support again, and look what happened. It gapped up and did run up to 184. So maybe we just, man, the candles are so small. Maybe I just need to not give an excuse and just go up there and take it. Just gotta shoot your shot, bro. There it goes. 31, 32. I need a pullback. Dude, I am really sick and tired that this keeps sending me this order. Options are extremely risky. You. And I know why they do it. You guys know why they do it. You guys got to remember, just like politics, your broker's not your friend. They're not. Yes, you make them money and stuff, but all that stuff slows you down. And the quicker you can't get into your entry, right? The quicker you can't get into your entry, the less you make and the more you lose. That's what they want, believe it or not. They want you to lose. They just want you to take all your money, and they'll just continue to filter people out. It's a sad truth.
With the Fundrise Innovation Fund, you can invest in some of the world's top tech companies, including those leading the AI revolution before they go public.
Jenny.
The future is now open for investment.
See what I mean? I pushed backspace and it's not working. It just doesn't erase it.
Start an easy to build powerful website for free with a partner that always puts you first.
Okay.
Start for free at GoDaddy.com.
Is that a nice little retest there?
Invest with an advantage with CNBC Pro. Actionable analysis of global market coverage, plus customized investing tools. Become a smart
Let's see what happens here, guys, on that 1 minute.
CNBC.com/.
See if it breaks or not. Like my mouse, the mouse is lagging. Like everything is just lagging. It's just that there's something going on.
That's right, David. Utilities were the worst sector in 2023, dropping about 10% compared to the S&P's 21% gain, making it utilities' worst relative performance in the last 12 years, according to Wolfe Research. The losses came as higher rates took their toll, but with rate cuts,
I don't know. I can't pay up for that. It's 45 cents. If I get a pullback, maybe I go for it. It looks like Nvidia as well as
forecast to post
Looks like Nvidia also is pulling up into resistance. So just be careful. I do not want to blow this day. I don't want to just waste this day on a break even day. I don't. I want to finish this week off strong.
Thanks. Talk a little bit, Pippa Stevens. Still to come this morning, more on what this morning's inflation print means for the Fed next week with Moody's chief economist Mark Zandi and why he says the economy is, quote, crushing it. Stay with us.
Sectornomics is sponsored by Sector Spider ETF.
Dude, like I might have to shut this thing down because it's lagging. It's so bad. It's lagging on my end so bad. I did not expect to have a frustrating Friday. I did not expect this at all. I did not expect this. There's your break higher. It's a nice bear flag on Intel. Alright, I'm going to try and take a put on Intel. Alright, I'm going to try and take a put on Intel. I'll do like a daily, a 44 daily. Alright, I'm going to try it. Make sure I see everything. Because I'm looking at this area right here. Yesterday's pivot low. Right here. At 44.21. So let's try and get this 44. Come on, INTC, hurry up. INTC, bang. And what are we looking for? 36 option. 36. INTC, no, 44. All right, 36, 37 is the spread. Let's see what happens. Let's see what happens. We could probably go out to next week as well. Because semis are bouncing right now. Watching AMD. Just wonder if it's getting ready to turn itself around. Alright, I see that right there. Alright, and what that is that support, resistance, resistant. It gets above, and now it's holding it. And that's also right at VWAP. So that's also a minor level on Intel. But look at the volume. The volume is dried up. So that means it could probably break. It's just like, it's a low volume bounce back to a previous, to the previous initial morning high area. Just not sure how AMD and the others are going to come into play. It's already... I'm going to take it. I'm going to take a shot on this. Let's see here. I'm not in it yet. Hold on. 38. 37. It's getting volatile. Let's see what I'm in it. I am in. Why did it send it again? Why does it do that? All right, so I'm in at 37 cents, and I'm in the 44s. I'm in the 44s. Okay. I'm in the 44 Putins. I'm in the 44 Putins. All right, 44 Putins. And what did I give for those? 37. 36. 37. It's back up above that area. Shit. Just hang on. Just hang on. Hang on. 27. Okay, cool. Okay, so this thing just, it's gonna pop. Man, I'm just losing it today.
Traders now pairing bets on a March Fed cut. Moody's Analytics chief economist Mark Zandi joins us now. Mark, it is hard to believe that we are here with 2.9% on core PCE. We just
What did we write down on Intel? Short 44.86. Oh, up there.
give you credit because you said
Yeah.
landing when everyone else was calling recession.
45, target 43. So it's already at our targets.
Well, it's just a question of when, Sarah. I don't, March, May, that's 6 weeks, so I'm not sure it makes a difference. I wouldn't argue with anyone who said March, but, my sense is that they'll probably, push comes to shove, wait a little longer, just make absolutely sure inflation is at target or headed to target before they make that move. But, we're here. And you're right, very surprising.
All right, so again, that's Intel put. You know, if you're not confident, go ahead, take some profit whenever you want. It's only $1 or so, but I don't know. I'm fighting a call, and I'm kind of just like really upset that I do not want to go in the weekend like this. I've had such a great week this week. I'm just still trying to get better. I'm trying to get better. Because it's like, I want to get these big moves. Like, I want to get $4 or $5. Like, get an actual trade. Let's go. So that's a 37 entry. There you go. You got a little extension there, guys. Let's go. All right, get something working for us here. Yeah, let's take a piece. All right, I got a piece off right there, guys. It's a 44-cent fill. I got 2 more contracts on. I have 2 contracts on. That's it. It's a small position. I took the bulk of that off because I feel like I'm just scratching and clawing, and I'm just like, it's just one of those days, and I'm not going to fight that it's one of those days. There goes the SPY bouncing higher. Wiz, did you take that? What are you doing? Where are you at, Wiz? You're back up at highs. That was a nice 487 hold.
You're right. I mean, inflation, the rate of growth has slowed back to the Federal Reserve's target, but the level of prices is obviously a lot higher.
All right, I don't like that volume. We need some more volume. I mean, even though it is bouncing up on low volume, like this.
Of pain points for many Americans, particularly lower middle income Americans. Rent is also a lot higher. I mean, rates are flat to down over the last year or so, but they're still way, way above where they were a couple, 3 years ago.
Yeah, watch AMD and Nvidia because they were starting to bounce, and now the market's bouncing up at that previous resistance. I'm not sure what that means for Tesla. If Tesla's finally going to catch a bid, and they could start to cover their positions today on a Friday, guys. That's the other part that I was thinking of is like with like Tesla, they could come in to Friday and want to close out some of the short and start taking profit. So just be conscious of things like that. They got me, man. They got me on Tesla. I wasn't patient. They got me. They really did. All right, so there's Airbnb, Uber, not doing it. Okay, let's go to Save. All right, Save is trying to hold this area. It's trying with all its might. You have a really nice, look at the volume. Look at that volume. All right, that's what we need. That's what we need to keep this thing up. We could start to see a little move higher. Let's see. Let's see what happens. And I was thinking, like, right here, man. Come on, let's go. Take this thing up. Take it up. Come on, man. I want to earn my day. All right, I'm going to look to put one more trade on. It's what, 10 o'clock, 10:30? Let's see. You could probably start to see a bounce out of DWAC if they think Spirit's going to go. Just keep an eye on it, because what will happen is they'll want to start taking profit on this pullback, and if they start to you know, think that they're going to have a short squeeze on save, you could have other names start to go. So just keep an eye out on that. RVSN, ACON. What do we have here? I can't believe I missed that Coinbase short. Let's see here. Coinbase. Come on, Tesla. If you want to get running, man, because I wouldn't mind taking a position on something in INTC. Alright, so those contracts are still break even. I'm up a penny. If it starts to regain this level, I'm just going to take it off. I've locked some profit in. So I just don't like the recovery. And the fact that you have AMD going higher, NVDA, right? These are all going higher. I can't believe what happened today, man. It's insane. Alright, right there, at that level, right there is where I was just about to say. Watch this level on NVIDIA at 614, I mean. 614. So what I have is here in level 2, I have the rest of those few contracts that I'm watching. So, if it starts to break out, I should know about it, and I'll just sell it. But that's the Intel puts. I would like it to start moving, because I don't want it to just stay where it's at. Looks like NVIDIA could start to pull back too. Maybe. Right, there's this area right here at 616. Really, it's like right here. Sorry, I didn't have the chat up, guys. Man, how did I miss Netflix? You know what? I wonder if I can start just putting out orders and put out option orders like right for these areas and just put them on and set my stop loss. Right? This would have been my stop loss. We said long at 550 or 560, 559 on Netflix. I know we said that. Netflix 560 long. Right? 559 80. So that's like a 20-cent spread, but still I know where it's at, right? I have this line here. I put it there, and I put like right here would be my stop loss. So I'm going to see if I can't do that next week. Right? And then put my stop loss like right there. All right, what I'm doing is I'm going to give it 559.45 to 557.50, $1.50, call it $2. $2 to make $8. It's at 560, it goes to 568. No problem. Good for anybody on that trade. That's a nice setup. Great risk to reward. Everything about that trade looks good. What's on your mind? What's up, Chris? I did. I made a few. I'm still looking. I traded Tesla. I traded Coinbase. I traded Intel. I have a small piece of Intel still on. That's right now it's flat. I have a put on Intel. So I'm waiting to see what AMD and Nvidia and that whole sector does. It's not that Intel, like, just because they go higher, like I say, Intel may not do too much. Like, it'll just kind of just lag them. How about yourself? Man?
RUM Rumble, more highs now, $6.30, up 16%. From your uniform, Michael.
When it comes to Tesla, he doesn't always agree with Elon Musk, but he made the company what it is. Let's bring in a former Tesla board member, Steve Wesley, to discuss. Steve, always good to have you. You've been positive.
It's gonna hold. Let me get rid of this. Yeah. Fuck.
To a certain extent, but I do wonder after
Can you give me a pullback?
obviously the competition
Can you give me a pullback with that bread?
cuts, the lack of any real catalyst in 2024
All right.
seemingly.
That's
Where
it.
do you stand right now?
Come on, baby. Just give me a pullback. I know you can. If I get 36, I'm going to take it. I don't think it's going to give it to me. It's only a few contracts. Like, it's not. Because I still think that they're up. Fuck. 33. 30. They're going to pass Tesla for sure. Who is? You fucking idiot.
Are open now until Oscar.
Unless you're talking about like a Mercedes or something that's... Unless you're really talking about something that people want.
Hiatus Technology shares halted on a circuit breaker.
Hold on, what's going on?
AO,
BG.
$4.68, up 17%.
Awesome. Let's have a good week this February. All right, there's 36, guys. If we get... All right, I'm going to take that right there. Bang. For those contracts, I have a penny loss on those, but we took profit on the extension. I took profit on that small extension that we got. Nothing major. Like, you can see everybody else doing it. Look at that, 2,000 orders. Just, whoop, gone. Just move past them. Here they go. They're coming back up. Do you see them just work their way back up? It just came down and then, whoop. That was funny. You normally don't see it like that. That was too good. That was really good. That was funny. ETFs and stocks to hold long term. That's good, man. Whatever you got to do, man. Whatever works. I felt like I came into the year and I changed my game plan, Chris. Right? 460 is resistance. Okay, we get to 460. How are we getting there? We get there on low volume. Don't make it complicated. Is it high volume or not? Even if it's high volume, you'll still get up there and get that mild push off of it and then a possible break. But if we have support or resistance above us, I'm getting short. Right? I've been keeping it simple. And I've right on today I'm flat. Unfortunately, and I fought and I clawed. I had a lot of things, just stupid things were taking up my time, like my broker coming up with a page that says weeklies are risky and this, and like, motherfucker, do you think I not know this already? 10 years doing this, and you know my account. Like, do you really have to send that to me? And you don't think I know that? They only do that because it buys time, so that they hope that you don't get your entry. Do you know what I mean? Exactly. And that's what I've been doing, and it's been working. I missed Coinbase this morning. I don't know why I wasn't able to get the short. I don't know. I need to go back. I need to figure it out. I feel like today I underperformed. Tesla smacked me in the mouth, but I got it right back. The very next trade on Coinbase, I got it right back. The profits could have been a lot more, but they screwed me, man. They really did. All right, Boeing. All right, so Boeing's going a bit higher here. So is the market. Let's look at the Dow. So is the market. Look at the SPY. Wow. I wonder if Wiz is on that. There's your leading indicator. The Dow broke out. Nice. So are the Qs lagging? They are. They are lagging. So we sniffed it out yesterday. What did we sniff out? The divergence, right? Blue chip names. IBM doing really good in earnings. Some of these semiconductors and tech stocks not doing so well. And you're seeing the Qs start to pull back. And now you're starting to see what? You know, DMX, the Dow, blue chip names start to do well. So now you have a leader in IBM. You could probably look at like names like IBM, right? It's at support right now. It's starting to break. Shit, what's leading? Is it, oh, XOM. Shit. Energy. Sorry to cuss. Something's going to be going here. What is it? Is it banks or is it financials? If it's not energy, Oxy GPM. Why is the Dow ripping? Is it like, what is it? It's a nice pullback there. UNH. Dude, this thing is lagging like crazy. Let's go look at FinViz and see what we have running today, guys. So we have an idea how we're going to take on today. All right, diagnostics, Thermo Fisher, DR Horton. It looks like DHR. I call it DH Horton. Danaher. I don't know. Oh, Danaher Corp. So that's that. CRM, ServiceNow. Adobe's down. Square. We just talked about Square yesterday. They're probably benefiting off of that PayPal stuff. Also, I'm planning on switching from Webull to TD because I see how better the spreads and fills are on TD. Only benefit fees are come on. Well, yeah, here's the other thing, Chris. I would, you know, that all that is cool and all, but you don't want to give China your information. All right, they don't need to know your financial information. They get enough of your information anyway. Right? Like, there's just something about Webull and just being able to have the Communist Party over there know what your personal finances are if they wanted to. I just feel like, you know, it's best to just stick with the American brokers. You know, that's just my opinion. You know. I mean, and you see it right there. They're charging you 10 cents. Why are they charging you 10 cents? Why? Why are they charging you 10 cents? I mean, and even mine sometimes are lower than what's on here. It all depends, you know. All depends. So, and it's sometimes. Like, listen, if you want to get really good option prices, go to Interactive Broker. And you pay $1.50, $2, 75 cents, whatever, $1. You're gonna get like, these are 29, 31 cents. You'll get 25, 26, and that's how you'll be able to remain green. Don't worry about the commission. Now, if the commission's like $5, $6, then you better be getting them at house. You better be getting them at wholesale prices. So if you go to Interactive Brokers, right? I have an Interactive Brokers account. They have this thing where this options, they have a choice, right? When you go there, you can either choose to pay for commissions and get better options and better fills, or you can pay the 50, 65 cents. And that 65 cents, by the way, is only if you trade like once or twice. I'm paying 50 cents. And it's the same way with TD Ameritrade. You can pay 50 cents. Right now I'm trading on my E-Trade account. So you can, once you get like consistently, not like once you get, but if you're consistent, they're going to take that 65 cents down to 50. So it's not even 60 cents. They say 65 cents because they don't know if somebody's just like going to try and swing trade and put on 1 or 2 trades a week. You know, with somebody like me that's like I've already traded four times today. Tesla, Coinbase, Intel, which I need to look at Square, guys. Holy smokes. Where is this thing going?
LSXMK, Liberty Media, Formula One shares popping to the high now.
Okay, it's up 3%. This thing could get up to like 6% today.
Last night purchased
66.
4 million shares of the
66.
company's stock at a average price of $30.98. That's Lima, Sandy X-ray, Michael Kilo.
I gotta find something. And if you have, you know, I don't know if you do or not, but if you have 20 grand, go get a Lightspeed account. That's where you want to be, all right? Because you'll get it right from the clearinghouse, for the most part. You're gonna pay cheaper than anybody. It's a proprietary service. Like Lightspeed's where it's at, as far as order fills. You can get all the shorts you want for not all of them, but Lightspeed's where it's at. So if you have an account that's over 20 grand, you know, I would look at Lightspeed, because especially if you want to like short stock and stuff like that. I don't know. That's also that would be my recommendation to anyone. TD Ameritrade, E-Trade, Interactive Brokers, Lightspeed. That's about it. All right. I mean, Toro's not too bad because it is American. It's just smaller. It's been, you know, kind of like just starting off, like just where people are starting to find out about them. Oh, no problem, man. I just, you know, Weeple guys. I don't know why people just like. It's so crazy that even like Ricky Gutierrez and like all these other people, they will use Weeble, and it's like, yo, you were taking all these Americans' information, their financial statements, and giving it right to Xi Jinping and the China Communist Party. Like, do you not have any respect for anybody, or like, or do they not like think about that? You know, like they're out here ripping everybody off, and not only that, your personal information, you know, is being given out, like, you know. So I would just, you gotta stick with the American brokers. Even if you go to Robinhood, at least you're in the United States. You know, not that I recommend it. Because you've seen why. They say, we don't have the money for you guys to be doing this. Y'all are just wiping us clean, and we don't want that. So what do? We pull the plug on you. And they can. And that's why I say the brokers aren't your friend, guys. You guys got to remember. Brokers will do anything that they can to slow you down, to do anything. And, you know, they don't work for you. You think, well, if you trade every day, you're paying commissions. Nope. The real money is with the big boys. You know, like buying trades and stuff like that. Buying the opposite side of trades. This whole commission based lowering commissions and stuff like that. If only you guys had a taste of the old days. All right, let's do this. So, AMD, what am I looking at here? Coinbase, we're looking at Coinbase Boeing. I got to go use the restroom real quick. I want to go make a cup of coffee real quick and set up for the afternoon. I'm curious if we're not going to have another opportunity. Coinbase is trying to make some headwinds, so is that what it did? It came down, it filled the gap, so here we go. This could be... It came down to yesterday's low, yesterday's high. No, not yesterday's high, but... Dude, look how low the volume is, and it's just screaming. The market's screaming too, so, and it has an upgrade. What do I do? What do I do? What do I do? What do I do now? What do I do? What do I do? What do I do? What do I do now? 27. I kind of want to just buy something cheap and let it ride. See if I can turn this thing into 200-300%. 127? Give it to me. Give me a 127. I'm game. I want my 100% before the week's over with. I want my 100%. It's 11 o'clock. Let's see if VWAP becomes resistance. And I'm going to look for this 9 EMA to pull back into, guys. So here's my plan with Coinbase. I want to try and take this entry like right here. I want to try and get it right there. If it's not going to give it to me, you bastard. Fuck. Excuse my language, sorry. Man, seeing SQ up 3% got me kind of salty. Paper trade calls for next week because I seen it bouncing off of that daily 100 EMA. Listen, I know a lot of people see that and it does it. Like, it'll do it off to 200, but like those 100 days, like that's long-term trends, right? I know it does it, right? I know it does it. Like if I pulled up a chart of Coinbase, like this one's going off the 20-day moving average on an intraday chart, but you want to use that for your daily. Because you'll see if that works for you. If it's doing it and it's working, then go ahead. See what it did the day prior. Yeah, you know what? I might even look for a Coinbase next week. Let's see if I can get a pullback here and see if I can't get a long on Coinbase. I may try to get this Coinbase for next week. High low. But yeah, I would use VWAP and 9 EMA. You see, I mean, that's all I use because I know that, yes, sometimes during the day, like you'll see the 200-day, it'll hold. The 100-day, it'll hold. And if it's doing it in a pattern and consistently, I mean, I don't see a problem using it. But I just know that, like, those are for long-term. Those are your longer-term moving averages. So, if it works, it works, though. If it works, it works. Right? I'm not saying to not do it. I just prefer not to because I understand what the moving averages are really there to tell you. Exactly, and that's all that matters, right? That's all that matters. And they do. And I'm going to be honest, they do. They do bounce off of those levels. So, let's see here. All right, so we're looking at... Why is this like this? Why is this 25 cents, 25.33? Okay, so it is correct. Though it is correct. It sounded like it said bruh on the thing. All right, so there we go. Look, right into the circle. Let's see what happens here. It's either going to be a rejection of VWAP or we're going to hold this level. And I want to look for a long because I want to try to finish this week with a 100% trade. I'm just talking to myself. I know the mic's off. I'm not really saying anything. So the 127s. Oh, man. Come on. Let's see what happens here. I'm not in it, but I feel like I should be taking this thing right now to try and get a bounce. Like, especially, look, the market's pulling back now. See if this buy holds support there at 488.50. Okay, so right now it's starting to get this reversal. It's trying. I'm just being patient. The volume's not coming up though. There's no volume on it. So you guys can see here that you can see not only that was there an order filled up here at 126.67, but look at VWAP, right? VWAP has been your VWAP, okay? Goes up, goes through it, holds VWAP, and now it's up. It's probably up around 2 standard deviations. So let's see if we start to go back to VWAP. Let's see if we could get a bounce back there if that level doesn't hold. Dude, I'm like, this is crazy. This is crazy. This is seriously insane. The fact, I might have to put up a 3-minute chart or something. Look, it's like frozen. I'm going to watch this level here. I'm going to watch this level. It just turned this into like resistance. It's like, I could like dissect this to like every little level, but I'm not going to. I'm not going to worry about the level I just put on there. So that's a pullback here. All right, so do we start walking it up? Can we hold there? Can we hold? And start going for a rally to the top end on the Qs, like you guys said, like this pullback right here. Can we hold there? If we can't, then you know you got a short to VWAP because it's been resistance. Look at that. That pink line is resistance. Look at it. Resistance, 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 resistance. Every single candle for the most part. Then it breaks above it and it's just rallied. So now it just went down to the 9 EMA, hit that, you know, pretty much went down and picked it up off its, you know what, to bring it up higher. So let's see if it tries to make an extension. If not, you got a nice little short back down to this area. Yesterday's low, which is where VWAP is right now. But you have some nice volume on the buy side with a lower volume pullback. But that volume's increasing off of that. This was a quick rejection. So I don't know if you're going to extend. I really don't. I don't think so. I'm going to be honest. I think you start a pullback here. It's just my thought. It's what I think. I could be wrong, but I have a feeling that like that may be it. I think that's it. I think they just turned this whole area into resistance, and that was the plan. Because when you got up there, you've seen how quick that it reversed. Unless you get a volume bar that takes out that selling bar, like look at the SPY and pull up a 5-minute chart. Dude, the camera is still on. This is insane. Why? How is it not messed up? Look at the volume, right? Look at that volume. So that's pretty much your first sign right there. And even earlier this morning, which was the highest of the day, that's got a little bit of buying in it. That's more so buying than it is selling. But it looked like it was a quick reversal, so, you know, maybe you have another shot back down to 488. 488. And that's also what you want to see because you have that flag here, right? If you pull up a 30-minute chart, right? Look at that bull flag. That is a hell of a nice bull flag there. So if we pull it back, possibly, you know, I don't know. We'll see what happens. That's just what I think. I think you're going to go back to 488. If you can hold 488, then you can look for the long, or I would look for the long into the end of the day and have a fun time. What I wonder also if it was the way that I started the stream with OBS is why the camera's taken itself off yet. See what happens up here at that area. See what happens. See if it reverses quickly.
POL, polished, getting
So far, this is a break and retest of pre-market highs. So far,
some volume.
just trying to make sense if it's going to hold or not.
AVBP indicating $20.50 on 270,000.
I guess everybody and their mother's going to come out with news at 11 o'clock in the afternoon.
0.09 million.
Alright, where are we at here? So I'm going to come back to the SPY, and I'll probably have to redo that because I need to save the chart. Oh, that's a nice double bottom. You see why it's important to have to also look at the
Another spike here.
like the pre-market, taking it off and on. Look at this double bottom. That's really nice. And that's a really nice hold.
At the high.
This almost reminds me of the setup from last week where I didn't take the long and I should have. Look at that. Wow, look at that on the SPY, man. 486.97. The freaking watch is blinding me, hit me in my eye. And I don't even know what it's shining off of. I have no idea. I don't know what it is. I don't know if it's the sun. The sun ain't even out. It's so weird. All right, so look here on this 15-minute, right? Nice double bottom, and then today you come in and hold 487. That's a nice long. Holy smokes! I wish I saw that. That could have been that 100. That's what you were talking about, Chris. Yeah, man. Have it going, buddy. I appreciate you stopping by. I appreciate it. It's always good to see you guys. All right, what are we gonna do? We're gonna get an increase in volume or what? You got a pretty bullish setup here on the 15-minute chart. Just, you know, are you gonna hold? You're gonna hold that 488.56. That's the question. I think you could pull it back to VWAP and 9 EMA for the simple fact that right there would be pulling back on a 15-minute chart to test the initial morning high. And that's what I think she does. Right here. That level right there. I don't know. I clicked the arrow. It doesn't want to click it. So right there. I know it's hard to see because it's so small right there. But that whole area, look, you have your VWAP 9 EMA pulling back down to it. As it's pulling down, it's bringing that 9 EMA up. So hopefully, I wonder if my coffee's still on or not. It's a nice W, man. If you ever seen one, look at that. Bang, bang. That's beautiful. What a beautiful pattern. It looked like it was doing something yesterday. I looked at it yesterday on a 15-minute chart on the bigger time frame, and I noticed that it was just like this, like go up, pull back, gap up. It'll go up and pull back, and I'm like, it's just like this. Like they're just sitting there, and it's just like this gap up, and it pulls back, and it gaps up and pulls back. So what do we have here? Are we going to put in a bull flag? Are we going to sell it? What are you going to do? What's on your mind? I really like the volume we got there on that. And look, I missed my entry. You got to be shitting me, bro. You got to be shitting me. I missed it. It pulled back to the circle, and I forgot about Coinbase. Unreal. Look at that, literally. It gave me what I wanted. What are we looking at? The one...
not been as rosy as you might think, given some of the economic
Oh, snap. That sucks.
I do think growth will be slower in 2024 than it was in 2023, but
Donald Trump
let's acknowledge 2023 was really good. I mean, I and a lot of people
returning to
expected
the
the
courtroom
recession risk was high. We were wrong.
in Eugene Carroll's defamation trial ahead of his lawyer's closing argument.
Fucking defamation trial. You gotta be shitting me. Let's plaster a defamation trial all over the news. Like, come on. These people are so stupid. And the fact that they want to just treat their president like shit, like somebody who has served for the public, who themselves have not. They just sit there and talk about other people.
More highs now, $11.18 on that takeover.
Defamation. You want to talk about defamation?
$11.20 now for Michael
It's hilarious.
MOR.
really quickly, since you're at Lazard, I mean, what are you guys expecting for capital markets?
All right, I don't know, guys. I think it's a bit too risky to take Coinbase here. I missed it. I gotta admit, I missed it. I drew the circle and everything. Look at the 3-minute chart. It gave me the tail. Literally. Look at it. It put in the tail to get long. And there's the break. See if you can get the extension. But that volume is still high. They want to get out of this thing. For whatever reason. Alright, so I'm just going to browse and see if we see anything. And actually, I'm going to go get a cup of coffee, and I'll be right back.
Very narrow, so if you need to issue debt, you've got lower rates than we had not too long ago, tight credit spreads. On the equity side, it's a market that's a lot more hospitable to new issues, so I think you're going to see activity there. And if you think about M&A drivers, a lot of this comes down to confidence and visibility.
Look at that
Visibility
continuation.
around the economy, check. Visibility on rates, check. Largely, it's really just a debate of how quickly and how soon. And then valuations. So
And regulation.
yeah, and I do think, by the way, again, a number of the investment banks have talked publicly about seeing positive alignment of these factors. It looks like an improving environment.
Ron, thanks as always. Good to see you again.
Thank you very much.
Ron Temple.
When we come back, is the EV transition already starting to lose its charge? Tesla's uninspiring results could be a turning point. The economist behind that call joins us on the other side of the break. Stay with us.
Every time it pops up with that fucking disclosure shit, man, I just want to I don't know, it makes me so mad. Like, stop. Like, please. Please, just leave me the fuck alone. I know what's risky. I don't need you to tell me what's good and what's bad. I'm an adult. I have common sense. I know what I need to do and what I don't need to do. Why are options that expire today risky? Why is that? Why? I can't sell a 250 Tesla call. I can't sell a 170 put. You think there's a lot of risk in that? That it's going to get there in a few hours? And plus the premium, not that it's probably free. You could probably buy a 250 call and get it for free. Nobody's going to want that, but I don't know, man. It's just frustrating because it just takes up so much time. Let me go get a cup of coffee. I'll be right back. Just know that there were a bunch of people that just got ate up on that Tesla right there. Bet. I know they did. Oh, continuation. And then, boom. They just get ate up. And then it starts. And then they can't hang on. And what it is they just turn back around to eat up time. They turn it back around and take somebody's money that was stupid enough to buy on the low. Look, it did it again, guys. It wrote it twice. It went to bring up the chart of Coinbase. I don't get it. I don't get it. I just know something's messed up. I'll be right back.
The app today.
We are watching shares of Snap today. Deutsche Bank upgrading the stock to a buy this morning, nearly doubles its price target from $10 to $19. The firm is bullish on incremental revenue from its Snapchat Plus feature, Snap's partnership with Amazon, and also a rebuilt ad platform that is seeing contributions from China. Snap ended 2023 up 89%. Shares are up today about 1%.
Meantime, the electric vehicle market in the U.S. does seem like it's losing some charge. Redburn Atlantic's EV demand model estimating earlier this week the market will be oversupplied by more than 1 million vehicles through 25, even after manufacturers like GM and Ford announced their slower rollouts. Tesla, of course, did warn during its lackluster earnings report that vehicle volume growth, quote, may be notably lower than last year's rate. And then there's Hertz, announcing earlier this month it's selling about 20,000 EVs as demand has waned. Our next guest is a little more optimistic, noting that hybrid loan originations are up and could help bridge the gap as EV affordability improves. Joining us today, BofA Institute senior economist David Tinsley is with us. David, it's good to have you with us. You know, J.D. Power's out today. They did say the first 3 weeks of the year have started slowly for...
Look at this cup and handle, pull back, boom. That's a nice little cup and handle there pre-market.
Look at loan in particular for new cars. What we've seen is that the electric vehicle share, it rose pretty steadily to about the middle of 2023, and then it started to flatten off. And what's really interesting, I think, is when you look at this by generation, so you look at baby boomers, Gen X, millennials, there's a real difference opening up. So the millennials, the younger gens, that share's continuing to rise and is order of magnitude higher. The older generations, they seem to be developing some hesitancy and the share is easing back.
Do we know why?
Well, there's a couple of reasons, we think, and our autos expert at BofA Global Research, John Murphy, has revised down his forecasts for the overall penetration of EV vehicles out to 2030. I mean, some of these reasons are, you know, they're kind of familiar. Range anxiety, the bad rap that EVs are getting with those pictures of people stranded in the cold. And probably most fundamentally is the choice and the affordability of EVs for the average mass market consumer. So John's team looked at the 62 EVs on sale in the US right now, 62 models of EVs. Only about 20 or so have a sticker price below 45K. So, you know, for a lot of people, that just puts them out of reach. So the premium end of the market, fine. But really, it's not until 2025 that some of these CapEx investments and model rollouts will start to bring more affordable EVs online, I think.
I have an anecdotal reason why. So we had an EV for several years in New York City and just traded it in recently because we were able to save money, because the only reason we needed to have a garage in New York City was to charge the car. And without that, we can park on the street and save the $700 a month that you have to pay for a New York City garage. That was a huge savings, actually. So the whole infrastructure and convenience thing, I think, factors in.
Yeah, exactly. And when you look at the charging infrastructure across the states, it's still there's a lot of disparities. So California, that's fine. Other states, much less so. So the rollout is clearly weighing on people's minds. And as you say, your ability to charge at home and maybe any costs incurred from doing so are factors in all of this. I mean, I think as you were saying at the start, the good news from this, particularly if you're worried about the emissions, etc., is that we're seeing hybrid originations rising in our data, hybrid loan originations. And your plug-in hybrid has about 30% of carbon dioxide emissions of a regular gasoline car. So, at the end of the day, you can skin this cat to net zero in a number of ways. And as long as there's a mass market adoption of hybrid, that's not so bad in terms of the trajectory.
Have you done much work thinking about how much the United States might one day depend on Chinese imports, or whether that's even politically possible?
Well, that's not a question that we've put in this work. And of course, loan originations only see with the models that are available now. But I think it comes back to affordability ultimately. So everybody, imports and the domestic market, needs to produce these more affordable EVs in order for that penetration rate to continue to rise.
David, pretty fascinating. It's a tough market to read. That adoption curve is really long. We'll do our best with your help. Good to see you. David Tinsley, Bank of America Institute.
Thank you.
Coming up, is the luxury consumer back? Results from the parent company of Christian Dior and Bulgari may provide an answer. Our story abroad and the European close coming up right after a quick break.
I'm really curious if the camera, I gotta see how I started this stream. If it's the camera. I think I might call it here in a little bit. We'll see if we get a reversal. Meta still got a lot of strength with it. Meta still has a lot of strength. That's a nice little breakthrough through that previous high. All right, let's see, man. And just like Coinbase doesn't want to get out of its own way today. And sometimes this is why I don't trade Coinbase. Because I get, because it can act a little funky. Like, out of nowhere, it'll go, it'll do some funky stuff. Just like Tesla, it'll just rip. Not like in a random direction. Like, you can sense the direction, but... So... Let's see. Let's go look at save. Look, man. The fucking... Look, it's blue. It's blue. It's got the blinking thing, and it doesn't want to... I can't believe I missed that entry. Alright, so save is still hanging out. AMD... IWM. RWM is still down, guys. Don't get ahead of yourselves. It's in an uptrend, but
Contract for HPC AI.
In sales, stocks really bouncing back in a big way. And speaking of bouncing back,
That's
in China, the central
BTBT.
bank unveiling broad plans to
UNH.
sectors of
Crash courses.
AK filing.
European markets adding to their post-ECB gains, with the stock 600 hitting the highest level since January 2022. The luxury sector also giving the market a jolt here on the back of strong earnings. LVMH rallying as fourth quarter sales beat expectations, also raising its dividend. Going into the report, investors were concerned about sales specifically in the China region, but the company's CFO said they were, quote, not particularly concerned about China. French drinks maker Remy Cointreau also jumping on a smaller than expected drop in sales. The stock's really bouncing back in a big way. And speaking of bouncing back, in China, the central bank unveiling broad plans to guide money into sectors of national importance to boost the economy. Bank of America noting today that Chinese equities saw the largest inflows since July 15th.
So there's your Baba
ever, of course, coming about off
because
the
of China,
backdrop
and that's
of
why I
a
brought
lot
it
of
up.
outflows and negativity. Clearly, the Chinese authorities, the government, Beijing, has determined that they want to instill some confidence here into the markets and into the economy.
A lot of pieces this week on the tape about the political vulnerability, even of President Xi, and then the sort of drubbing that these retail investors have taken on these so-called snowball trades, where it's a derivative bet, where you're betting the index will not go up or down that much, and it's hurt them.
Right. I think it shows that if there's a will, there's a way. If they have the resolve, then they have the firepower to help fight it. Although, some of the China bears worry that the problems run pretty deep as far as property concerns and debt problems and geopolitical risks and friendshoring and all of those sort of risks for the Chinese.
And even the Red Sea now. On these reports, they're asking the Iranians to help assist that situation because they rely so much on exports.
Yeah, for sure.
Exactly. Meanwhile, we're coming just slightly off of those all-time highs, 49.02. Let's get a news update this morning with Courtney Reagan. Hey, Court.
Hi there, Carl. U.S. Central Command said the Yemen-based Houthi rebels fired a missile toward naval destroyer USS Carney today. The ship, which was traveling in the Gulf of Aden, shot down the missile, according to CENTCOM. Today's attack comes as the Iran-backed Houthi militants continue to carry out attacks on ships in the region in retaliation for Israel's offensive in Gaza. House Speaker Mike Johnson warned a Senate deal addressing border security and aid to Ukraine is dead on arrival in the House in its current form. A bipartisan group of senators reportedly plan to unveil the deal's text next week, but the Republican-led House has warned it won't approve anything that it doesn't feel goes far enough to address the southern border crisis. And the former Spanish soccer chief lost his appeal to remove a 3-year ban from the soccer governing body FIFA. The decision came out one day after a judge ruled Luis Rubiales would have to stand trial for giving a player on the country's national team an unwanted kiss following Spain's World Cup win. Carl, back over to you.
Court, thank you. KKR-backed healthcare company BrightSpring making its public debut today. Many investors hope it will jumpstart a relatively muted IPO market. Former NASDAQ chief Bob Greifeld will weigh in next with his outlook. Stay with us.
All right, so I'm thinking about trying a short on AMD. I'm eyeing it up. Okay, I'm eyeing it up. If the markets start to pull back. All right, look at the cues. Pretty strong.
But we quickly realized we needed a way to supplement our income. Our friends sold their policy to help pay their medical bills. That got me thinking. Maybe
research and called Coventry Direct. They explain life insurance is a valuable asset that can be sold.
I'm not sure though. I'm not sure what I want to do. All right, save is trying to, guys. Save's trying. See if we can't get to 6. About 650. About 650. About 650. Whoa. What was the last on these? 6 cents. 6 cents. Let's go. Come on, let's do it. Come on, 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 please. Please.
You can put them on without bending over. We've simply designed a better shoe you can put on effortlessly. You've never seen a sneaker like this. Just take a look from the side. The way your foot slips right in effortlessly.
Oh my gosh, twice it asked me that. I hate that shit. So I took a little long there on save. All right, I took a little long on save. All right, I got a little long on save. I got a little long on save. I got a little long on save. All right, just so you guys know, I did throw in a long on save. I'm actually going to put out a limit order. Wait, no. Okay, I am not long save. I am not long save. I'm not long save. I take that back.
Athletics.com.
I take that back.
Oppenheimer's pretty bullish on Coinbase today,
I just
upgrading the
gave
stock to
2
and citing the
2 cents away.
30% plus sell-off
We're
is
not,
seen
no,
in the stock
3.
to start the
3.
year as an attractive
3
entry
plus
point.
commissions.
Oppenheimer
Yeah,
also
2
points
cents
to the
plus
Bitcoin
commissions.
ETF approvals as a positive catalyst for shares. Price target goes to
And here she
160,
goes.
up
I was
almost
trying to
4% today.
Let's turn now to the state of the IPO market with Birkenstock, Instacart, Kava, some of the high-profile companies that went.
I was going to put in a limit order, and I thought I was at the limit order, jaunt, like the thing, and I wanted to throw out a limit order for like, I don't know, $10 or 10 cents, and I never got that far because I ended up putting the order in. I wonder why it doesn't ask me when I go to sell the order that they're risky. It's risky if you sell this. You might want to wait. You might make more money.
Having a soft landing, not even a landing right now. Why so sluggish on IPOs?
Well, I don't believe we're going to stay that way, and I think
Watch the last fill on these guys. Watch. Watch this. See if somebody gets hit. Look at it go. I tried. Hopefully you guys were able to get on it. I'm looking to get up to the high a day, if not like this 650 area, 640.
And the third factor is investor sentiment, which is actually increasing. So if you take those 3 factors, that leads to a good score, and it leads to higher IPO activity. And we've seen the highest score since 2021. So I predict a recovering market for IPOs in 2024. And obviously, the stronger the company that leads the IPO, onslaught, the better. And I always think back to how Google single-handedly changed the sentiment of IPOs back in the day.
Well, while the market conditions might be right, Bob, the performance of recent IPOs is not particularly inspiring. With a lot of those that I mentioned, I mean, it's not like they got out of the gate and went up.
Well, Sarah, so I focus a lot on fintech this day, fintech technology companies. What's interesting, and I think it's very important, is all fintech IPOs since 2019, the vast majority are now trading above their IPO price for the very first time. So what you're expressing has been very true in certainly the fintech world, right? You have an IPO, it trades below the IPO price. It certainly will dampen the enthusiasm for subsequent companies to go public. That's not the case in 24, right? The vast majority of these fintech companies are now above the IPO price, meaning the early stage investors who came in are now in the black, right? They might have underperformed the overall index, but still being in the black is a positive feeling. So I think that's also one of the catalysts you'll see, which will help the IPO market going forward.
Any debate, Bob, about which part of the globe is the most attractive in which to list? Is the U.S. far and ahead number one?
Far and ahead, right? Far and ahead, number one. It is the deepest, most liquid capital market. It's also the market with the most informed investors who really...
There's my 100%. 6-cent entry to 12-cent bid. There it was. I guess I'll have to rewind this. I just screwed myself. I just screwed myself for my 100%. I just had it. Like, that is the type of day I'm having. I'm sending out orders that I think are I'm sending out for a limit order, and it's a market order. I literally just bought and sold that for a loss by accident. The entry wasn't an accident, but dude, what is this? Do you see how it's just like not my day, and I'm going to recognize that? I had my 100%. Oh my God. Fuck me, man.
You still have some gap, but it's not near the gap that it was, call it 18, 24 months ago.
So you're saying kind of taking your medicine before you come to market?
Yeah, that was surprising last year. We saw a number of private companies take medicine in subsequent funding rounds, which we hadn't witnessed in the years before that.
Who do you see as a potential bellwether? I mean, some of the names in the pipeline that we're watching, Shein, Skims, Kim Kardashian line. I mean, There's a lot. Chobani, Panera. Which one are you excited about or most anticipating?
That's a great question. In the world that I focus on, it's interesting. You see Stripe. PitchBook has this great AI tool they pay a lot of attention to that ranks the probability of a company coming public. And it's machine learning AI, and it comes up with a various number of factors. And they have Stripe at a 97% chance of coming public this year. So we look in our world, Stripe is probably at the top of the list. You have Rippling and a number of other companies that are well positioned to come public.
Hey, finally, I wonder if you think, I'm just thinking back to the years where you had names come public, Bob, that literally sucked the oxygen out of the room. There was argument that it was going to hurt the rest of the market. From a marketing standpoint, it was big and splashy. Do you see a return to those days, or is it going to be a more modest coming out party?
Well, I think the answer is somewhere between the two. The larger IPOs tend to suck the oxygen out of the room, but I still think that's good in that it gets more people in the room and it allows the subsequent companies to come into a more hospitable environment. So I think the market needs a hot bellwether name IPO to really ignite it going forward.
Do you have to be profitable to go public right now in this higher
It's
interest rate
helpful,
world?
right?
Yeah.
We're still, that's the last stage when the IPO market gets frothy where you don't need to see profit, but we're not in that stage right now. So profitability, I would say that's basically table stakes. You need to be there. And certainly if you have remarkably high growth, you can, talk about less profitability. As a balance, I like to look at the rule of 40 and things like that. But in this environment, profitability is key.
All right, Bob, thank you very much for the insight.
I appreciate the time. Thank you.
Bob Greifeld, looking forward to a robust year on IPOs.
Meanwhile, a 4-year deal for $20 million, what was once a contract reserved for professional athletes, now being commanded by leading AI researchers. TechCheck's going to detail the incredible sums being offered by Altman, Musk, and others in a minute.
All right, guys, I'm going to call it a day. Stay safe out there. Okay, stay safe out there. It wasn't meant to be for me this week, I don't think. All right, I don't think it was meant to be. I just gave you guys that 650 call on Save. and you know, you got your extension. You got your extension. I was not able to put out a limit order. I don't know why. I don't know why it was so difficult to go from 6 cents to 12 cents. So I put out the order and I don't know. I don't know why. It's just one of those days for me. It is what it is, right? We all have them. This thing still has room. That's a low volume pullback. Let's see if she holds. I would look for right here. 622. I would look for that right there. Roughly. You don't want it to get below. You want to stay. You want it to stay. All right. That is a bit lower volume, so I wouldn't trust the breakout. So if you do get profits, take it. It'll probably pull back because lunchtime breakouts are a whole lesson for another day. But that's all I got, man. You guys have a great day. Maybe I'll come back on for the afternoon. I would like to, there was some stuff I was wanting to do, but I got to figure out a couple things. There's stuff I want to do. There's a couple things that I want to, you know, I want to go get another monitor and like, I want to get this other computer up here. I got to figure out something to be able to get, so I don't have to go chasing, looking for things. I missed Coinbase. Like, if it ain't one thing, it's another. It's crazy that I literally just got in to save, and then I'm just outside of my mind, like, for whatever reason. I'm trying to set a limit order, but I freaking market order out of this thing. And I placed the order. I was just beside myself. So, like, that's it. I get the point. I get it. You're done. All right? It's not your day. I got a loss with Tesla. Literally, crazy to say it. Got that just about exactly what I lost back on Coinbase, and I did not intend for that to happen. But what was worse than that is that I ended up what was I gonna say? What were we talking about? Coinbase. I ended up trying to raise my order. That's right. So I told you guys I had a little order right here to take a small long. I ended up not being able to. My phone or something just screwed me up. Right? Because if I go to a limit order, okay, it's going to show up. If you have E-Trade or anything on your phone, like because I'm using E-Trade right now, it'll be right next to like saved orders and more info on the profile. Okay? Like, I don't know. So I may go get a new phone today. I don't know. I'm probably I'm gonna figure something out because I can't do that. I'm not gonna continuously do this. All right, I gotta figure out. I mean, not wrong. I had a profitable week. Everything was good, but to not be able to get my, and you know what? Here's the other part, because that was the prior asking price, that 145 that I put it at. It could have been a good thing that it didn't feel that I was not able to raise it, but I felt like I would have been able to get out because I would have like I should have been able to put in a price that was reasonable, like 160, 155 is what I was going to do, and they ended up going to like 177. So I know I could have got like 155, 160 there. I could have raised those orders 10 cents a share or 10 cents a contract. Right? On 400 or 500 contracts, that's 40, 50 bucks. Right? Like, that's a little bit. You know, it's not crazy, but it's still a lot. You know? And that's like multiple. Like, I don't know. Like, you guys understand how options work. If you don't, you know, go buy 10 options and see what happens. See if you can, see if you're okay. Because there's more underneath the thing. Like, it's just I don't think people take the word leverage and like other people, they've never met leverage, so they've really never experienced it. But anyway, I couldn't bring my limit order up, but guess what? I'm about flat. I got to go in to do some math. I don't know how. I'm down now. I'm down a few bucks because of that save trade, because I went to put in a limit order and I ended up just being beside myself and just throwing in a market order, and I'm not focused and thinking about what it is that I'm doing. So I lost a couple bucks there. It's just one of those days. Just one of them days. And yeah, so I think that's about it for me today. There's still may be some opportunity here, guys. There still may be some opportunity. The day's not over with. What's funny is that we have not really done anything this week. So, like, don't think that we can't just start rallying from here, because we could. And we might. We might start rallying here from 488. I feel like if I get a part of this trade, it's just going to get screwed up. And I kind of want to. But, like, this volume, it's got such... Like, look at the volume. Like, just using a 5-minute chart. You know what I mean? Go look at a 5-minute chart. Yeah, technical setups would tell you that you should be long this. But the fundamentals are saying otherwise. Because you still have a lot of take profit up there. I feel like they understand the... and what happens is they take profit because it takes... You know, there's big positions. It's big money. Big money. And they want to start taking, right? Because it's going to take them time. And it's not just one. It's not just 10. It's not 100. Like, there's a lot out there. All right? There's a lot of firms out there in this world. So, who's going to be first to start moving money around? I know it's coming. I know it's coming. I do. I can just feel it. Like, I feel like... It's not going to be a crazy... I don't know what it's going to be, but I feel like we should be getting ready to get our pullback. So if I were to look at this... Let me go this way. 477. 477. I don't know. I love you guys. I'll put out a video later this weekend. Instead tonight, I'll probably do like a little short of me trading this coin, getting long save and not completing the task. All right, guys. You guys have a great weekend. Like, share, subscribe. Like, share, subscribe, guys. Thank you guys so much. I'm going to try and start bringing some decent content that's actually worth likable, right? And you know, at least what I feel is decent content. It comes with time. It comes with time. We'll get better in due time, guys. I think it's been 6 months since I started this. All right, I was wanting to do it for a long time. For a long time, I just seen a lot of fake shit. I've seen a lot of stuff. I'm like, yo, these people are just getting the worst education. And then finally, I was like, you know what? Let's just try it. Let's just do it. Let's just do it. Let's do it. Let's do it. All right, guys. You guys have a great day. I'll see you guys later on.